Easter?
Nah, it's not a holiday for you. Y'all don't
Nigga.
together.
Bruh, I am not Christian in that result. My mom always cook whenever she wants. That ain't no holiday thing we gonna sit here and celebrate.
But pastor play to me, bro.
It's, nigga, my mom cooks whenever. Like, it ain't no holiday shit. My mom just cook. Like, we ain't doing no holiday shit like that, man. Easter ain't on my shit. Like, when I say I'm not religious, I'm not religious, dog.
Oh,
I don't knock it, but you're not gonna find me doing all that shit either. Only reason my son want to do some Easter egg hunt is because the money in the egg. He don't care about the candy. He ain't caring about none of that shit.
No, our stuff is loosely religious. It's not like we go to church or nothing like that. It's just like, you know how there's levels to Christianity and shit? We're level 1 basic like religion. It's not like we go to church on that Sunday and do the old ooh-wop and dress up.
Nigga, I ain't Tay Mizzle.
What's the deal, y'all? What's popping? Talk to me.
What's popping? This nigga basically saying his weekend book.
Or what?
Family.
We talking about the Easter holiday and shit. About how Easter is about to be real hectic weekend. At least for me.
Not for Popeye.
That don't sound fun at all.
It is and it isn't. It's like a tricky situation, right?
Nah, it can't be both.
For me, it really
is or it ain't.
It really is. It's weird. It's right in the middle because it's like I love being out and like hanging out with the family and shit like that. But I also enjoy just like not doing shit and just hanging at home with my immediate family. So, but it usually end up being a good time, you know. So, you know, whatever. Baby has a good time. Grandparents have a good time. So I'm cool.
Long as the wife happy, huh?
Wife and baby happy. I'm chilling.
The baby gonna always be happy.
That part. You get that baby some wrapping paper and call it a day. She be celebrating like a motherfucker.
So what? You wasn't playing no music? What was going on?
I wasn't playing no music. You know, due to volume, shit cut in and out. So I was just like, yeah, fuck it is what it is.
I feel you. I feel like something should be going on that screen. I don't know if it's just me or what.
Oh yeah. Some videos and shit gonna be playing and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But in terms
what's that on the page right now? I can't really see. You know, I'm blind as hell.
You know, that's just stating that the full length episode, the interviews. So we're gonna start posting not all of them at the same time, but our interviews will be put on Instagram via the XCI page.
Yeah, I seen that. That's a nice move.
You know, let people see some stuff. You know, I know they wondering what we talking about, and make it a little easier for them to find out.
So all the interviews of the artists will go on the page at some point in time. Everybody not going up at the same time. We started with the Jamario. I think next week I'm gonna put the Sos interview up. And then after that one, I think I'll put up today's interview.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of just keep piggybacking and going back and forth and putting up interviews.
Yeah, because we got a few to post.
That sounds like a plan. I'm with that. Is y'all with that?
They said, yep.
Well then, let's get it.
They with what we with, so
let's get it.
Well, basically, nigga, it's a culmination of ideas. So 91 had the idea to like separate the interviews from the show on YouTube. And for me personally, I was like, I don't feel like that's a good idea to do it on the same platform, because I felt like, you know, leaving the interviews to draw away from the show. So I was like, why not just put the interviews on a different platform?
Yeah, it's either that or both of them will have to stand alone.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, you know, the traditional layout, kind of like how Vlad, how No Jumper, how pretty much all of them that do interviews do. Like they'll have episodes, it's separate, separate entities. It'll be like the interview part of it, and then you have the
like T-Rail got his shit.
Exactly. It kind of just made more sense to me because we could post them different times, different places. You have more content realistically because you just broke it up.
Yeah,
but, we gonna figure it out though. Hey, I think you would definitely be the T-Rail of the group. What you think?
Yeah, I just thought to myself, I figured it'd probably be a nice little idea to run this through as promo. You know what I'm saying? On IG, we use IG for promo. Get the people something to look at.
Transmedia, man.
Yeah, get the people something to look at.
Try to get the people to want to gravitate to other platforms to watch the show.
Yes, sir.
That's when you really got viewers right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like seeing those comments. They're like, oh man, I came to you from Twitter. Or, oh man, I saw your Instagram, and now I went to go watch your interview, or blah blah blah. Like that shit's love.
It's all love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But how you feeling today, Tate Mizzle?
I'm feeling good, man. Hey, man, I found out. Guess what? My fucking hip is dislocated.
How the fuck did we get here?
How did you say that so calmly? First of all, we'll talk about topics and all that shit later. What?
Yeah, man, my shit dislocated. I found out today when I went to go get an aspiration. It had nothing to do with me finding out my hip is dislocated. It just so happened I found out because they could see it. So, they can't help but to notice like, oh shit, like this ain't where it's supposed to be.
Does it hurt? Like what's the situation? It seems like you in a good ass mood.
Nah, like like lately I have been noticing like I had discomfort and shit. But I ain't really think nothing of it. I just figured because I ain't been taking the meds, so I just been thugging it. You feel me? There's no meds and shit. So I figured it was from that. And I move around a lot still, like, so I just figured it's from that. So I didn't think none of it. But hell yeah, that motherfucker, it just moved up though.
Come to find out, this nigga just fucked this shit up.
Damn.
No, it ain't even fucked up though. It just moved up a little bit. It just dislocated, that's all. Dislocation ain't nothing. And it's minor too. It ain't connected to shit. So it's easy for it to move up because it ain't connected to shit. You feel me?
So
like I don't have no hip right now.
I'm gonna just pull your shit back down. It's like yoink.
Yeah, if you probably pull my leg, you probably could. Real, no cap.
That's some bullshit. Why would you talk about stretching them out like that?
Yo, pause.
Yo, super pause. Like, come on,
yeah,
cuz.
come on with the wordplay, my boy.
Was it
Yo.
Oh shit. Well, fuck it. Let's slide into it. I mean, I'm glad you're cool. I mean, fuck. I mean, shit. That's kind of a crazy start. I don't even know. I want to go into drops since you're here, but fuck, you lead it off.
I'm good though. Shit, it's been like that for I don't know how long. So shit. That's the funny thing about it.
Okay.
Yeah, so at a certain point after a certain point in time, like nigga, some shit you just gotta laugh at and keep it pushing. Like it ain't bad, can't get no worse. Yeah,
it's just something that it's just liable to happen in my situation right now because it's like it's vulnerable. It's just really just there. So it's like, any because I fell. So I got knocked over by a dog. So I think that's when it happened.
Yeah. What kind of dog?
It's a pit.
Oh shit. Okay. I was gonna say
Brindle.
I was gonna say a little chihuahua. You should have kicked the shit out that motherfucker.
But you
I know chihuahua finna knock me over.
You can underestimate like the movement it takes to kick.
Hey,
my nigga can kick.
Nah, not really.
Man, you gonna kick a chihuahua.
I mean, it depends.
We don't have Peter all on our ass right now talking about they kick dogs and shit.
But it's like a medium-sized brindle.
Yeah, that'll definitely knock you over. That's not nothing.
She a baby. She a baby too. Her ass hyper than a motherfucker. So shit, man.
Oh, I love me
That's
some
how
dogs. So
pit bulls are all babies.
Hell yeah. I couldn't resist though. I was out there playing with her.
that should be fun, but at the same time, man, that shit like, man, because we had a Rottweiler named Demon for the longest, bro. Like he lived to be like 15, 16. But this dude was big. So I remember one day after I had did my community service, Devin named him. And so one day I go out to the back, everybody in the back. So I go out in the back, I'm chilling. He hop on me. I'm tired as hell. He hop on top of me. I'm like, man, get off me. I push him off once. He hop back up. He got me pinned on the wall. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Get off of me. I just did a full 8 hours communities like cow train. I'm like, bro, get off me. Like, I just gave up. It's like he'll get down at some point.
Some point.
Yeah, they're annoying like that for real. Like they really would just not leave you alone. Like, bro. Like, bro, leave me alone now, bro. Like, all right. Like, as soon as you get him a little attention, bro, it's over with. You done. Over. Not finna leave you alone, bro.
Facts.
All right, you literally got to play with it for like 2 hours for it to fucking leave you alone.
That's that unconditional love they talk about with dogs.
Bro, I need my space.
Oh shit. So what's popping? What's interesting happened this week?
Man, it's a whole bunch of random shit that just randomly happened. I don't know if it was yesterday, day before. It's a whole bunch of stuff that was hitting my timeline. I didn't know what to start off with. I figure we'll slide back. I don't know. We'll hop around like we normally do. I got some shit written down. We'll talk about it if y'all want to. If not, we'll keep sliding.
Just start anywhere.
So I heard some shit, and I don't know if y'all heard about it, but it made me ask a whole bunch of questions. It was a Mike Tyson interview that he was doing with
Gilly Waller.
And the concept, and you might have seen the clip floating around because I'm sure it's been clipped because I've seen it a couple places, but he was talking about his philosophies and shit like that, and it got real deep. But
I listened to half of it.
Okay, so you might have heard this part where he's talking about the bugs. Did you hear about that?
About the what?
Why he doesn't kill bugs?
Nah, I didn't. I don't remember hearing that.
Oh yeah, I seen the interview.
Okay. So Tay knows what I'm talking about, and we could just give you a real short of it, and then you can kind of talk to me about it because that's what I really wanted to know was your thoughts on it.
I believe in reincarnation.
Basically, that's where that's it. So homeboy, in a nutshell, was saying he doesn't kill bugs because he feels like it might be his ancestor, it might be somebody trying to give him a message, it might be anything like that. It got me thinking. I was like, that's kind of an interesting concept. I've never thought about that before. So I was like, shit, I wonder what y'all thought about that.
I don't believe in that.
A whole bunch of other questions.
One, that's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is allowed to believe in whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh yeah. No way, shape, or form is this Mike Tyson. No, we love Mike.
Oh yeah, you go ahead and try to slander him like you did Game, and wait till you see Mike.
Yeah, he gonna really find your ass. And I'm really seriously not helping your ass. I'm really not helping, bro. I promise you.
I'm such a
not helping, bro. If Mike Tyson come for you, bro, I'm not helping. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I'm such a good friend, loyal castmate. I wouldn't put neither one of y'all in a situation.
Hey, bro, you ain't gotta put me in shit. I ain't gonna put myself in that.
I remember talking to one of the homies at work. I was like, yo, I fear no man but God. Or if you believe in that, or whatever higher being. But I was like, yo, but if Mike Tyson in my face, I ain't trying to have them problems.
People you really don't want to tussle with, and you leader of the list of people you don't want to make angry.
Like, yo,
I see it sometimes.
I'm like, yo,
he'll be talking and he'll be cool, but then you say something the wrong way, and he'll snap for a second. You be like, oh shit, like, is he about to kill me? Like, what's going on? Like, no, me and Mike could be completely cool. We on the toll, we smoke, we chilling. Like, only fun thing with Mike Tyson.
I fear no man And then I look at Mike and I'm like, yo, I don't even want them problems, though.
Hey, I'm for real. I don't want none of that. Ooh, buddy.
But nah, reincarnation is is actually a great idea. Like, I mean, it all depends on what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have Christian background faith, which is Christianity, Catholicism, and stuff like that, you obviously believe there's a place you go when you pass and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
you get in the way of this for sure.
I also feel like, you know what I'm saying, just the thought process and how we know that, you know, matter doesn't dissipate, you know, energy doesn't dissipate. So I mean, at the end of the day, like, you never know, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, who am I to say that you know, when you die, you don't go to just a blank space where it's just black, like nothing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happens. Who am I to say that you don't go to heaven or hell? Or who am I to say you don't reincarnate into something else? Nigga, I ain't never died that I know of.
That you know of, right? Yeah.
So, nigga, I mean, I really can't tell you. For what I know, I've been on this earth for 32 years.
But on that topic of like, you know, you don't know if you died or not. Do you ever get those weird moments until you might, I don't know, where you've never been to this place before, but you feel like you've been to this
Nigga,
place
that's
before?
deja vu.
That'll never happen to you?
That happened to everybody.
Nigga, that's deja vu.
That's like you see.
That happened to
that's when
everybody.
you see something that you saw like in a vision or some shit.
Nah,
I'm talking about like you've never been to a different,
something
you're
happened
in a
that
different
seemed
state
familiar.
type shit.
Yeah, something happened that seemed familiar. That's deja vu, nigga. We all got deja vu.
I get it with smells a lot.
Yeah, smells take me back to certain moments in my life.
It take you back to moments in your life, yeah. Like sound, smells, sounds, and feelings to take me back to certain points in my life, but not in like another life. Like I don't smell like a possum and be like, this takes me back to 14, 16.
It's crazy because why would you even smell a possum off rip? Like,
you know,
no go.
Like, yeah, this reminds me of the day when Achilles.
Oh, 1920. I'm getting memories from 1920.
Man, I don't be feeling like I'm Paul Bunyan or some shit like that. It's more like it just feels like sometimes like you'll be going somewhere, like I said, you're on a mission, you're doing something.
Oh no, why am I talking like this?
Art thou at thy green light?
Who art thou? Say thy name.
So I guess y'all had a feeling too, is what y'all trying to really tell me when y'all cracking jokes.
Nah. Nah, I ain't never done that.
Yeah, I ain't never traveled in time to a different century and shit like that.
I can't say like to you, like we said, like deja vu, absolutely. But like when you talk about like feeling like you've been somewhere before, like nah, like I just like, oh yeah, like when I was with my girl in Vegas, I was like, oh, seen this before. And that's it. Like, just left it there. Like, I literally told her, I was like, seen this before, like because it happened, like I had already seen the moment, and then like it passed.
Don't see past the moment. What did you see that made you like? Did you see like a certain picture angle of something that you were like, oh shit, this is familiar? Like,
nah, it's literally that same exact thing that happened. Like what we was doing, like we was sitting there eating and shit, and it was just like, oh, I remember this. This happened.
Okay, well, so that kind of happens. That kind of happens to me, but it'll be a little bit more detailed, but certain things are vague. Like I'll be doing a certain thing, but then the person's face is blank in the dream.
Nigga, that's deja vu.
Okay, so this is deja vu. So that happens like grip to me, bro. But it seems like almost confirmation that certain things are supposed to happen. It feels like.
I mean, I guess you could look at it that way.
I mean, because it's like, why else would I have a reoccurring dream that I'm subconsciously, physically also at the same time, you know, doing? It's kind of a weird thing. It's like, why would this happen so many different times, so many different ways?
Again, we also could dream about a fucking two-face,
fucking
pretty girl with a fucking horse body.
Yeah, I was also
You
gonna
feel me?
say
So
like
it's
I
like,
feel
nigga,
like
is that supposed
I
to
have
happen
those
too?
dreams too.
yeah,
I
I
have
was
those
gonna say
dreams
like
too.
I feel like it's like when somebody tells you guess a number from 1 to 10, like at some point you're gonna guess the right number.
So do you think
Facts.
they're all just random guesses, and some of them could lead to something, some of them could be like whatever?
Yeah,
I could vibe with that, but it's like hard to tell what is important then, right? Because you dream about so many random things, and like Tay said, like a unicorn centaur bitch or some shit. Like you have some you have some weird ass dreams which don't make any sense at all. But then in your real life, certain things from those dreams will happen. And you're like, did I make this happen like in the back of my mind, or was this supposed to happen? Like, I don't know. Just some
Well,
shit I be
when
thinking,
we dream, the subconscious is working.
right?
working.
Well, the
Definitely.
subconscious is always actually working. It's the
Right.
the only part of the brain that
It's just
doesn't
when you
speak.
get into that REM sleep, you actually tap into it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But it's always working. That's why throughout the day, as you just live your life, you always just have little shit like come back to you from certain little random little shit that just don't even matter to you. It's because your subconscious is always working, even when you're
Yo,
consciously not.
facts. Do y'all believe like there is a way, or like in our lifetime there'll be some way to like tap into like a good amount of our brain?
Yeah, I think there is already.
Yeah, of
I just think
course.
we don't know about it. Like, if you want to get like deep about it, I think people are already doing it realistically.
I believe that's us reaching our higher self when we do that.
What you mean by that, Tay?
When we in harmony with our subconscious, and we're not working on separate systems, because our subconscious could do things that our conscious ain't doing.
Yeah, because I think what percentage is it that say we use of our brain? Like 10?
You know what I'm saying?
They say something like that, but then I also heard a story that says that was disproved, that we actually do use a majority of our brain, but there is still a vast majority, just kind of like the ocean, that we don't know about, that we don't necessarily tap into. Which
And that could be the part of that could be the realization that you need. That part that you're not tapping into, that could be all you need to really figure out what you need to know about yourself.
Yeah, because if I tap into that next little 35%, you know what I'm saying, I might be able to tell the future. You know what I'm saying? I can fill out one of these March Madness brackets.
You never
know
know
what I'm saying?
You never know.
Immediately.
Yo, that's one of the movies. I love that movie. That's actually the concept where it came from. Because like, yo, have you seen Limitless, Tay?
Yeah, that's my shit.
Right. So like, yeah, just the fact like, yo,
Limitless or Lucy?
Lucy was too fucking stupid.
It's the same movie, but Lucy takes it further.
Nah, Lucy wasn't the same movie.
Yeah.
It kind of was the same concept, but not really.
Same concept, but like the way they did it was different. Took it to way like superpowers.
Yeah, they did too much.
Because he just got super crazy. Like, I could think ahead of you 30 times.
Limitless is more.
He was actually using his brain.
Yeah, it's
like that's to figure out more things. Lucy, she was just like, all of a sudden she was a fucking psychic and shit, and then next thing you know, she able to move shit over here. Didn't she become a computer or some shit in the end? Like,
yeah, like she was everywhere. At the end, she was everywhere. Like she was everywhere. Like she was omniscient, bro. She was everywhere.
President shit, yeah.
She wrote on the computer, "I'm everywhere." Like I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. She like the air.
Yeah, I'm talking more like Limitless. Like, I feel like Limitless, yeah, obviously Limitless seems more like realistic. Like, if you tap into your brain, like you'll be able to process things way faster. You know what I'm saying? Like 45 times the average speed. So okay, what this dude is gonna do, okay, he gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And I've already thought about this like 85 times prior.
Exactly. That's really, to me, that's really telling the future. Thinking ahead. Knowing like, okay, this dude finna come over here, and I could already see it. He finna come over here with that. He finna trip over that. I could tell because the way he dragging his shoe. He finna trip over that when he walk over here with that basket full of rocks. You feel me?
If he moves his shoulder this, he gonna try to punch.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, so let me go over there and let me move my shit out the way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Let me move my shit out the way. And then next thing you know, the nigga really do the shit. Like, Or
Yeah,
when
no,
you in the car driving and you see somebody,
now.
you see somebody that ain't paying attention about the, you feel me, turn some crazy weird ass way, and you like, oh yeah, I already see they not paying attention, so let me go this way. Let me move out their way for them because they not paying attention. You feel me? So I already see what's about to happen. Like shit like that, bro. Like it's not really like the movies, like all fucking like come on, bro. Like all fucking like nigga, we really finna be nigga like times 4 like moving and shit into like nah,
about
my
to do the
nigga.
Matrix.
like no, I don't believe that, at least, you feel me, like because like nigga, we bound, nigga, we bound by gravity, nigga, we bound by matter, like nigga, we nigga, that's movie shit to me. But I do believe that's, to me, that's thinking, and that's moving in the future to me right there, nigga. Just
Big
thinking
facts.
ahead, just thinking ahead of everybody else on what could possibly happen. You feel me? And being on top of that, you feel me?
Big facts. So
That's what I believe.
So
yeah,
with that, would y'all like, all right, like in the same concept as the Limitless movie, right? Like, because we know after he took
that
the
nigga
pill,
gone.
he needed the pill to, yeah, this nigga weird. He took turn the camera off.
Oh, sorry, I'm sending the link to homeboy.
Okay, bet. So we know that he took the pill and he needed to take the pill to continue to live, pretty much. Like if he didn't get the pill, he was gonna die. So given that opportunity, would y'all take the pill?
Wait, knowing that you gotta keep taking it?
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. Because I don't like having vices.
Well, at least I'll be able to make a conscious decision, you know? Like if they just lay it out to me, like out like from the jump, like if you take it, you gotta take it forever or else you're gonna die. Like it's like, all right, I could think about that more. Like now I can make a better decision. You feel me? Like, cause it's like, okay, could weigh it out. Like, it's like, is it worth it? It's like, I mean, shit. It's like, what's the drawbacks? You feel me?
Because I ain't gonna lie, like from the beginning of that movie, once he took it, I always thought to myself, like, why he don't just try to figure out how to make this shit from the jump?
Well, remember, he did try to figure out how to synthesize more of it when he figured out he couldn't get no more.
Yeah, towards the end.
Did he have any defects?
No, not while on it. Like when he was off of it, like it was like super withdrawal type shit.
That's the only withdrawal he got to keep taking.
Yeah.
So to me, and that's probably why I never try hard drugs, I didn't want to have a vice, like something that either I could be like tricked into something because I'm fucking I gotta have it type thing, or like I don't want anything to be held over me like that in any type of way. So I feel like I couldn't do it, even if the benefits were like the movie laid out, at least the good parts of the movie, because they do show a pretty good depiction of how it could go bad, for you, because it went bad for him for sure. I feel like it's not really worth it.
Well, it only went bad because somebody else got the pill and then they wanted to fill in all the rest of the time.
Yeah, and they fucked it up. They fucked the game up.
That was a thing for him because blood and shit, all that, If you see the movie, you see the movie, But I feel like that's inevitable because if someone gave you the pill, you think you're the only one with the pill in the world?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So at some point, it's gonna come down to that type of shit. Like eventually, it's inevitable that either someone is gonna have the key to the door that you need, or you're gonna have to make more pills, which he couldn't do. So it's like,
no, he wound up doing it at the end.
At the end, yeah. So you obviously sit on the side, if you would take it, you would obviously just make more pills for yourself.
That's what I always thought. I thought from the beginning that's what he should have did in the beginning.
I think in the beginning he was just so overwhelmed and kind of getting used to the all of this shit.
And all of this shit, yeah.
Right. I don't think he even thought, oh, this ride could end at some point, until he started going to the withdrawals. He's like, oh, this is not what I want. Like, I need to be up again.
Okay, so to tie it back in, right? Because now we on drug use and shit, and you say you wouldn't try no hard drugs and shit. And to tie it back into Mike Tyson, I don't know if you guys have heard him talk about his toad experiences.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He talked about that in the interview too.
Would y'all try that?
Hell no.
Not at this, like I said, hard drugs. I don't know. I
Hell
would
no,
do.
I ain't
I would
trying
do
that shit.
mushrooms. I would do a certain amount of things, but like the toad thing, I feel like is a later in life experience. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to do that right now. I want to get that close to God. Not right now.
I don't want to get that close to God.
Just the way he talks about it, bro, it kind of fucked me up because it's like
he's talked about it on several occasions. I didn't know he spoke on it in this interview.
Yeah,
he talks about it. He pretty much talks about it in every interview. He does almost, which
Shit,
is also kind of a thing.
The way he talk about it is kind of like shrooms, but just more intense.
It's way more intense.
I don't need that. My brain is already super imaginative and everything like that. So if you do shrooms times however many,
I'm cool because shrooms is already enough for me.
Exactly.
I'm
And
good.
then,
I don't even want to go no further than that. No cap.
Nigga said, I don't want to see the maker.
Not right now, bro.
You get to come
shit
back.
Really crazy. Like shrooms is really crazy, bro. Like you really be seeing some crazy shit, fool. Like for real.
I still want to try.
No, but it's not bad. It's not a bad trip or nothing like that. It's just like nigga.
It depends on
bro,
you.
Like,
oh yeah, I've heard the circumstances of good trip, bad trip, but like yeah, sure. I definitely still want to try it.
I never had a bad trip off shrooms before. Thank God. And I won't have to ever have one either because
you was probably in it. From everything I heard, that means you was in a good space when you took it.
Oh yeah, always. I'm always in good space when I do whenever I did any type of drugs, I was in good space. Whoa.
Because everything I heard is like if you in a bad space and you take the shrooms, you just gonna have a bad trip.
You better be, because wherever your thoughts is when you take it, that's where you finna go. Yeah, you better hold on and buckle your seatbelt because it's gonna be a long ride, buddy pal.
There's that part of it, but there's also the subconscious part about it, like you said. There's things that your mind is always subconsciously dealing with that you don't really think about.
Exactly. You finna deal with all that shit.
That's the trouble part. It's not like, oh, what I think about on the it's like that nigga when I was 6 stunning on me, and that shit forever affected me because I didn't deal with it because I wanted to go say something to him, but I didn't say something to him. Like that type of shit is what's gonna
had that.
Out.
Nah, so I ain't gotta worry about that one.
Nah, not shit like that off shrooms.
Hey, no, I'm talking about Toad. Like, man, that Toad thing is another level. I'm not.
How you know, nigga? Really, you did Toad?
He talks about it.
Can we go do
it? This nigga brought up when he was 6 and the nigga stunning on him at 6.
That is how Mike Tyson has talked about it though. He's talked about like seeing things like far back and far beyond. And like he's talked about it on his podcast plenty of times when he has a guest on.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a me experience. That was like a Mike Tyson like loose example.
He said that he said a nigga stunning on him when he was 6.
He said he used to get bullied a lot, bro, and he talks about like the different various times and things.
No, I know that, but we talking about stunning on though.
Yeah, he said.
I don't know if he ever got stunted on, but I know for sure his level of.
I know he got bullied and shit. I know that, but I ain't never heard him say he got stunted on though. Like that's why I was like, wait, nah, I don't know. That's why I was like, I don't know about that one, man.
Mike 91 said it.
Don't put me in this.
Don't put me in this boat, dog.
It was when he was a kid.
I can't swim and I'm drowning.
At some point in your life, everybody has gotten stunted on by like an older cousin or older somebody or like a bigger kid in the neighborhood or something. That's basically what he was saying. Like the bigger kids in the neighborhood will fuck with him a lot. And that kind of led to like a lot of various realizations as he got older and did the Toad and different shit like that.
But stunning on somebody and bullying them is two different things though.
Yeah, facts.
That's why I'm trying to get you to understand.
Nah, he said like the dudes in the neighborhood, like the dudes that was really doing the do back then, like the dudes with the money and shit, they would come through the hood and stunt on little kids, broke little kids, because he's from Brownsville, so they're like pretty poor. She said that the OGs would come through the hood and instead of like blessing, they would come through and stunt and be like, and that's kind of where he got the idea to where I need to hustle, I need to get money so I can be like them, not from them like showing them good examples necessarily, from them like, yo, little nigga, go.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, in that case, yeah. I'm thinking, okay, so I think the disconnect comes from like I'm gonna speak for myself before I speak for Tay, but like I'm thinking like you thinking somebody pulled up on him was like, yeah, little nigga, you ain't got this chain, You ain't got
that's the connotation I get.
Yeah.
The connotation I get from stunting on being stunted on, like somebody flossing on you. Like that's what I got.
I could give you a grip of money and tell you, you ain't never gonna see no money like this ever in your life. You better bring me back my change or I'm gonna fuck you up. And then you have
that's
to
bullying.
That's not flossing. That's bullying.
Hey, that's bullying too. What you did too. It's just different levels of it though.
No, but what you said is not flossing though. Like, okay, so what? Okay, no, okay, but what you said prior is flossing, but it's not flossing on someone. It's just flossing. So, like, I guess we took it in a different way. Like, okay, like when you say it in like bullying terms, then I guess me and Tay are on the same page, right? Like, where it's like, yo, I'm coming straight up to you, and I'm like,
yo, little Mike Tyson, you don't
look at your pro kids, nigga.
I don't know if that happened. If I ever
get on these J's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bullying.
If I ever meet him and we get to that conversation, maybe we'll find out. Because I do want to meet him at some point. I think it'd be dope. But
absolutely, as long as he ain't doing none of that boxing shit.
No, it's kind of rough though, because it's like I really want to meet the dude because I want to just hear him talk, and I just want to meet him. But there's also that little part of me that, like, if anything in this controlled situation goes wrong, I gotta know where the exit is so I can get to that bitch, because ain't no stopping this man.
Yeah, Mike. So I make you my bitch.
In a good place. He needs to be on good vibes. Like, don't nobody do nothing to piss this man off that day. Like, I need all that to happen.
That's the one nigga who says, "I'll make you my bitch," and I'm like, "Yo, he means that shit, dog. I'm good. That's good."
That's a high stress situation if you ever been around one, because you've been around people that are a little edgy and like, I don't really fully trust this nigga. Like, he could snap at any moment. But it's never been more true than with the Mike Tyson. Like,
yo, I'd be on my Cartman so quick. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Bro, there's no amount of movement that you I'm out. I'm not trying to figure out why you said that to this man. I'm just gonna try to figure out your obituary and what to wear to your funeral. Cause you fucked up.
Hey, you better watch your mouth. Better teach your man how to squabble.
Hey, you can't squabble with Mike Tyson. There's no squabble.
Should have pulled the trigger, nigga.
If
he look like he'll eat it.
Exactly. Mike Tyson is the real life fucking Chuck Norris. I feel like if you shot Mike Tyson, he would look at the bullet.
Chuck Norris mixed with Debo. Chuck Norris mixed with Debo.
Exactly. That's a scary combination. And he from Brownsville? No. How about you just be peace and love all day? That's me.
Two things I love going down the rabbit hole and doing. I love going on YouTube, and I love listening to old rock clips from like the old wrestling. You know, when he was saying all the shit that you obviously can't say now.
Oh yeah, they were crazy back then, right?
And then Mike Tyson clips of shit he was saying. Wild.
But you know what's really interesting now too? Also to hear him talk. He'll talk and he'll be like, I don't know that guy. I don't know who that was. Like, that was somebody else. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting to hear, like, because, we've seen the clips. We lived through some of it because we were kids and we were watching with our pops. I'll eat your kids, all the crazy shit he would say. And it'd be like, I believe it. I don't think he was acting. That wasn't WWE where it's like played up and this is a game and this is like a little bit scripted. Like, no, this was just, he's unhinged.
Yo.
And he's really good at one thing. And he does that one thing well.
I saw the fight when he bit Holyfield's ear off. I watched that live.
I watched that live as well.
Nigga,
I don't think I was born. What year was that?
It was like 90.
98? Look it up.
I was born like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you were super born, bro.
I was like 6. I was probably like
you had to be. You was young, but
I was like 5, 6.
But while
97.
Time, okay, yeah. So yeah, you were here. Why is Mike Tyson now selling edible like CBDs shaped like Holyfield's ear? If that's not the biggest fucking troll ever, like,
it's not a troll, bro. Him and Holyfield are good. They're good friends. Yeah, they're friends.
Do you think he has a piece of it then?
I wouldn't say all that, like, but
Holyfield's
Holyfield's been on this pod before and all of that.
obviously.
They're friends.
We're not that good of friends. If I don't have a piece of you selling molds of my ear, that CBD candy. Because look, if I get famous off, all right, fictitious. If you get famous off of punching me, right? Whatever happens, that becomes like a big meme or whatever. And you start fucking selling, and we become friends later, like years down the line, whatever. And you start selling molds of you like in my face, like, nigga, you owe me.
How? He the one that bit it.
I bit it, bro. I took the punch, nigga.
No, I'm talking about Mike though. Like Mike, the one that bit his ear though. Like if it wasn't for him biting it, it would have never been nothing.
But it's Holyfield ear, bro. So it's like lightweight disrespect, and it's a lightweight troll from me.
But Mike Tyson is the one that made it something. He the one that birthed it.
It's okay. So you got to look at the name. The name of the product is called Mike Tyson Bites.
You can't fucking tell me that shit. Mike wasn't smoking. It was like,
pull this up real quick.
This is some funny shit. And only I could do it because I'm Mike Tyson. Can't nobody else do no shit like that. Because you can't say nothing to Mike. Like, he's the only one that could do something like that. There's only a couple people I feel like in this world that could do some shit like that, and it just has to fly, and he's one of them. What you gonna say? So I feel like Mike at this point,
the top of the ears.
Holyfield. So
if you want to fight,
I do not.
And the top of the ears bit off on the gums.
Exactly. That's come on, bro. The detail.
Man, that's the most painful part.
Like,
you ever got your top pierced on your ear? That shit hurt.
Did he sit with the design people like, yo, the top of the ear has to be bit off because that's the part that I bit off? Like, what the like, come on. What world are we living in? You don't feel like it's a troll? You just feel like it's good marketing, huh?
I don't know, but I'm probably about to order some.
Tell me how they work.
Look at this Dorito, y'all.
Oh no, I'm not on the screen.
Why does it look like it has like a
Is that the green one?
Nah, it's the blue pack, baby.
That's the Cool Ranch?
Yep.
They super flavored.
That's extra seasoned.
You know how we do it.
It was a black person looking at me.
It looked like you had the Cool Ranch seasoning in the bottle in the kitchen.
I thought I was looking at a Christmas tree cookie at first, and you said a Dorito. I was like, oh, it's a Dorito. Got you. So shout out to who made those Cool Ranch Doritos because they were on their game that day.
Y'all seen that dude that had pulled out that gun? On Mike Tyson little Entourage.
Yo, I heard about that. Tell him about it, because that's a fucking crazy situation too. Homie was wilding.
That nigga was trying to go say what's up to Mike. And nigga Entourage nigga was doing too much. Nigga pulled out the gun on him. Like nigga, like feel me?
On his entourage, though, really on Mike, kind of on Mike, but really on his entourage.
Yeah, like he was like shit. He was like nigga, I'll blow your head off right here, nigga. Like
it was a weird like slight press situation where it was like Mike. I don't know if Mike was doing like a handshaking thing or whatever, but the dude got to Mike. He had some words for Mike, and it was unfavorable. And then when it looked like it was about to get to a scrap, Mike's security guard did what you're supposed to do and stepped in. And then that's when he pulled the gun out. I was like, oh, hey, this is between me and Mike type shit. And so what I'm thinking is, I saw the headline. I was like, I gotta see who this dude is to think that he can really just go cause a ruckus in any vicinity of Mike Tyson. Like, who is this person that thinks he's gonna disturb the god and do that? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, this dude is crazy. This dude's real life crazy. It don't matter. I told you what I thought he would do with the pistol. If it's anything under a 50, I think he gonna eat that. You gotta get that big old hand cannon. Otherwise, I don't think you got no luck, bro.
You still a nigga with a pistol. I ain't saying it's gonna work all the time, but you still a nigga with a pistol. It's supposed to work.
I'm a understanding component of, he bleed like I bleed. I understand that theory, But there's certain people where that doesn't apply. Like, because you got to think, right? Mike has been training to move at split seconds his whole life, basically. You got to think by the time you get that,
I ain't going that far. This nigga ain't gonna matrix the bullet.
I don't think he's gonna measure the bullet. I think he's gonna hit me before I get up on him because he's that much faster than me. He's been training his whole life to do this. It's kind of like what Tay was saying earlier. Like I've heard NBA players talk about when they play with like pickup games with regular people. They're so far advanced at what they do. It is like seeing into the future because what
that nigga trying to dodge a punch, not a bullet, nigga.
Hey, I didn't get to shoot the bullet yet. Yo,
nigga, hopefully you ain't pulling the gun out in his face. Like, you gotta have some room.
You would hope, because if you're anywhere within his range, I feel like he could dip you. But yeah, that's also something that I thought about, but I never brought it up last week. We were talking about dipping and getting slapped and shit. It's a slight segue, but it's a funny thing that I thought about. What if Chris Rock would have dipped Will Punch's slap and bopped him? How would that have gone over? Then
it would have been even more funny.
I feel like
it would have been funny as fuck. I ain't gonna cap.
It's funnier, right? Like I feel like Chris Rock would have been the ultimate. Like he would have blew up off of that if he would have just slipped his shit and whopped him.
It would have been even more funny, yo. But I mean, at the end
I think the headlines would have been on the more lighter side.
I think so.
And Will would be way more butthurt than he is now. Bro, man, I need to like he need to not do this red table talk. I need Jada to shut up. Like I know we women empowerment and all
he
of that.
He need to be a man. He need to be a fucking man.
I need like,
he
bro,
obviously wears the pants, and Tupac wears the pants from behind the grave, bro. You can't beat that's dead, and that's Tupac. Like, you already can't beat Tupac because he has, Tupac.
I'm just speaking from the simple fact that, he goes out here and he does this in basically the honor of his woman, and she come back and say, I wish he wouldn't have done that. I can handle my own stuff.
Because
look,
he doesn't understand.
Shut up. No, it ain't about him understanding at that point. It's just shut up. Just shut up.
It's that about he doesn't wear the pants, bro.
You gotta respect him as much as he respects you, goddammit.
So she didn't even have his back?
No, she said she wished he wouldn't have done it because she can handle her own stuff.
Bro, do you think she would ever have his back?
That's y'all, that's y'all boy. I ain't never liked Fresh Prince like that anyway.
Bro,
I ain't going that far.
Everything that
I'm going that far.
The media, do you think she would have his back at any point?
I'm dead ass.
Because if a woman really had your back, she wouldn't have put any of this shit out in the first place. True or false?
She wouldn't have said that in public, no.
She would have said a whole bunch of stuff in public, bro. Nobody needs to know that you still love Tupac.
Man, she still, like, man, y'all seen what Boosie said on Black?
What Boosie said?
About what?
I'm gonna agree with what he said.
Man, she not over Pac.
Oh, but we've been through that.
All right, that's it. And that's all.
You can't be somebody that's a legend and he died.
I mean, it's only been 30 years.
He said that in that nigga Will Smith book. That nigga had wrote how he was in a jealous rage of Pac and all this.
Yeah,
shit.
he's envious of Tupac. Yeah,
he was envious. Still and shit. Like, bro, like, man, I ain't even know all that, bro.
Ain't nothing gonna make you more envious of a dude that could still take your chick, even though he dead. He apparently they used to get into scuffles and cabs and shit over this. Like, there's people that have in interviews and said that Tupac just snuffed Will Smith over this type of situation in a cab. So you can't beat him physically. He can still bop your girl whenever he wants to, whenever he feels like it. And then he goes and dies. Like, you can't even up on him like, oh yeah, I got the girl. You really don't got her because she only got her because he died.
It's like, damn, like, even when he dead, he wins. Fuck. Like, damn, that shit really happens. I didn't know. I only seen shit like that in movies. That shit really happens in real life. Like, damn.
It only happens here.
Like, what the fuck,
bro?
Like, damn. Even when he's dead, he wins still, man. Like, fuck, like.
So you got to like. You went out here and I wasn't even mad at Will, bro. Like, granted, you don't do that there. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that shit. You don't go, you handle that different. But I also wasn't mad at you. I feel like there's an in-between You know what I'm saying? Like if you standing up for your woman, like y'all, you know the plight that she's had with this, you know the difficulties she's having with this shit and shit. Then you do what you gotta do. It's not saying what he did was right, but you do what you feel you gotta do. And then for her to turn around and be like, nah, he shouldn't have done that. And then they gonna turn around and go on the red table and where he gonna have to just sit in this. Oh, you got me fucked up.
I hope he really don't go on that shit though.
Bro, I already told you there's a bigger and better link, bigger and better criminal link or something like that.
Oh, it always is, but this should still be stupid.
It's all, what is it? It's reality TV, just played out through, social media.
They're trying to make it more reality than TV.
Because you see all this stuff start happening when Will first got on Instagram. Like,
I don't know. I don't even be paying attention.
Well, no, even when Will got on Instagram, Will started doing things like that. Like they tried to throw it out there under the guise of being more personal, but you look at it, it's still curated. It's like a television show.
It's as personal as Beyonce's Instagram is. Like you only see a very curated, and that's most people's Instagram. Like you only see the highlights, but you for real only see the highlights of Will Smith's life.
I don't even mean his highlights. Like I mean, like he's talking about like he's doing his. Oh yeah, we're on our adventure. I'm about to skydive, and it like no, it's like actually like supposed to be a show.
Bro,
he's doing it on Instagram.
Building in the world or something like that. Like, come on, who does that?
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be a show before his Instagram.
Not fair.
So like, yeah, that's why I argued last week with people like, he only shows us what we want to see. Like, we wouldn't have heard about no scuffle backstage or nothing like that. Like, you only find out about Will what he wants you to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why it's tricky.
Yep.
That's why I can't really believe
it. Unless Jada come out here and say some shit.
Still some whole shit. Still some whole shit. He tried to look tough.
Really
but I don't know, man. That was some whole shit, man. Usually with the shit that's been going on, he was better off just sitting in his seat. Because it wouldn't have did him no more worse than he already off. You know what I'm saying? Like, what worse could it have done? Nothing.
He would have been better off, honestly, if he would have sat in the seat, took it, and then seen him later or whatever. People would have been like, oh, he's such a good guy for not snuffing him after he's been constantly picking at you guys or whatever. The headline would have been completely different. But we already talked about it. I feel like there's a whole bigger play here. They're doing things for reasons. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's numbers are up after this.
That's why I don't be caring. That's why I don't be really putting energy into it, man. Because
even the person that got slapped, his numbers are up. His brother's numbers are up, and he's not even involved. So it's like everybody that's near this circle is getting ups from this. So it's a play,
stupid, bro.
Hey, but shout out Tony Rock. That nigga funny as fuck.
Tony Rock, yeah, I appreciate what he said for real. I appreciate that. I like shit like that.
I think Tony Rock, if this whole thing is act, I feel like he's the only person that's not acting.
That nigga said it's 10 of us. He said, yeah, all 10 of us. I'm like, shit.
Nah, Tony Rock, for real, like, he always did that level of comedy. He was always, like, you could tell, like, he was the street. Like, if you watch Everybody Hates Chris, like, I felt like he was Drew.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like
shit. Drew, but that uncle, too, the uncle that would come over sometimes, I feel like he's a mix of both of them. You remember that uncle that was cool, but he was also, like, kind of,
yeah.
That one.
That shit wild, bro. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Will need to get his shit together and stop letting that woman run his thing.
He can't get it together, bro. It's lost already. It's done.
All these dudes getting in trouble over these women.
Yeah. Yo, free my man Tory Lanez.
He free.
Well, I mean, from the court of public opinion, because we already know what's up.
Yo, that's what that okay. So like, yo,
yeah, he's free, but we need to like some people need to apologize to my homie.
So like, look, man, like just like Will and Jada, he let that girl get him in trouble. Stop tweeting at her. Stop acknowledging her.
So that is one part of it. You're right about that. He does have to.
No, that's why he ended up getting put in handcuffs yesterday. Because he been addressing her and she has a order of protection against him. Like, dog, just stop. Stop addressing.
That's the only thing. Like, you're right. Even though she's doing all this crazy stuff, just sit back, and when it comes out that you're right, hopefully people like, oh, what? He kind of fucked up.
At the same time, though, because I understand everybody. Not everybody built for that. Like, you got to realize, like, yo, he had to sit quiet for a cool minute.
I ain't say it was easy. I just said this is what he should have did.
Yo, but you got to realize he had to sit there quiet, not say nothing about the situation. He got everybody is blackballed. Like, be clear, like Tory obviously got blackballed. Like, he had a bunch of shit going. Before that shit happened. And then all of a sudden this thing happens, and now everybody's talking about, oh no, we ain't fucking with this, protect Black women. And Meg went on a rise at that point, and his shit dipped. Like, that nigga was living, he was off the quarantine radio, shows was popping, everybody was ready for him. And then all of a sudden this shit happened, and it's like, fuck Tory. Now you pretty much can see, like, man, he doing shows to pay for these lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay on the flip side of that, because everybody did do the, believe in women and all that kind of stuff, which I feel like it should just be like, believe the facts, but whatever, that's another conversation. What happens now? Because Meg, obviously, like you said, got a super big boom off of this. If it comes out that Tory didn't necessarily do it, something else happened.
That's what the paperwork was for. This nigga froze like a motherfucker, boy.
Freezer.
I'm gonna wait for him to catch back up. My screen froze. I'm gonna wait for him to catch back up. I don't know what's going on here. There it is.
91, you back?
Oh, but no volume. Nigga, did you turn your car on or something?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, no, I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I was typing on my computer.
Go ahead and make your point, bro.
But yeah, so like, just really like, what happens now that if we find out what we really think happened, like Tory didn't do it, something else happened. How's this turn out for Meg? Like, she super got a rise from this. Did we blackball her now? Like, what happens? How we give Tory his like 1-2 back?
Tory is where he's going to be. What you're gonna see is him being able to mess with a few more artists, but nothing's gonna happen to Meg. And because she's with the management that she's with, Rock Nation, and we know the roster that they have, like, I don't know how you feel like Tory's gonna have much success in that. Like,
that's crazy.
You can't have songs with so many different artists.
It's just like a shitty situation for Tory, because he really can't win. Like, even though he might be right, he still end up being
politics,
like,
man.
Politics. Yeah.
Shit came up inconclusive that his fingerprints was not on it's inconclusive, or fingerprints on the gun, and his fingerprints are for sure not on the clip or the bullets.
If we're really gonna talk about it, whose fingerprints were really on it? Her girlfriend.
And then now you have eyewitnesses saying there was 2 girls fighting or something like that, and the girl shot.
Exactly. So it's like funny activity. I don't know. Man, I don't really know. It just seems
truth will come to light one day.
Yeah, stop letting these girls get y'all in trouble though, man. Tory could have easily kept that 30K.
No, that's,
and I say 30K because the bill was 300-some thousand. We all know 10%. Don't come at me on my math. I know my math.
Yeah, that's one thing that you
do. Everybody, this nigga Black got a degree in math, man.
Yeah, man.
I know he said he wanted to say that, but he didn't want to say that.
The soundboard.
He didn't want to flex. He didn't want to flex, but that's what he wanted to say. He got his degree in mathematics, man.
I'm just saying, because
he's a mathematician, y'all.
Because people who don't know it be like, oh, his bill was set at 350,000.
Yeah, it's always some smart asses.
That. Like, no, nigga, 10%, you get out. Like, you don't have to pay 350,000, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you that goes under the thing of if you know, you know.
But we can settle on a court right now for $20.
You can pay the $350K if you don't want to go through a bail bondsman, but hey, bail bondsman, hook it up.
Look it up, look it up, look it up.
Hey, if it's that or be in jail, yeah. If you have an option, you're gonna bail out. Figure it out from outside, I'm sure.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
All right, so females we see getting men in a lot of trouble lately.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, black men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Black women too.
Mm-hmm.
It's an epidemic.
The same people that be hollering, we gotta protect our black men.
Women. And protect our black women.
Yeah, that too. But they the ones, well, we the ones that's under persecution right now. So I'm talking about us being protected. Nigga, not them. They the ones that's doing it. Mm-hmm. Shit, how we gonna protect them if they the ones that's persecuting us? Nigga, what you mean?
You see, I've been posting on our story, Protect Black Men, post by a tweet by Tory Lanez. Yeah, man, you gotta watch out because it's real sketchy out here right now. Like you could get your whole life could get changed off of somebody saying you did something you didn't even do.
Facts, man. Hey,
real
man.
Quick.
That's cool. I ain't about to do that.
Real quick and real easy, and it don't even really have to be proved that you did it. Just the speculation or the thought that you might have did it, you already fucked up.
Over with.
Your opportunities are instantly changed.
Automatically, people are going, y'all. Why would she just make up something like that? Like, man, what you mean?
It happens sometimes.
Like, what kind of question is that?
That's why I feel like the statement "believe women" is really kind of problematic because you shouldn't just believe nobody. You shouldn't just believe a dude or just a woman. You should believe the facts that are presented because people lie, men and women. So I can't just believe someone because they're a woman, and I can't just believe a dude because he's a dude. Like niggas lie. And
yeah, but you gotta look at the culture that we in now. Yeah,
it's like, part of the division, man.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta figure out how to.
You look at culture and the culture that we in now. If a woman come up here and they say, "Hey, 91 rate me," right?
Damn, smut on my name.
You think they're gonna come and ask you questions?
Hell nah. It's honestly,
but it's been like that for a long time.
Nah, it'll be some people because that know my body be like, nah, that nigga would not even be. What are you?
No, it's gonna be people who say like, no, that ain't him.
The mass majority of people that don't know me that just see the headline will be like, oh, that nigga did it.
And the cops gonna take your ass in regardless.
What? That you call a body?
Shit.
That he raped. I said if a woman came up and was like, Justin raped me. Or 91 rate me, excuse me. Let me use 91.
Oh, I'll be like, oh, I always knew it was something suspicious about that nigga.
my bigger point is like, yo, the cops ain't asking no questions. You getting arrested. You gonna have to fight against that. You gonna have to get the rape kit. You gonna have to give up the DNA and all that to prove you're gonna have to be like, yo, I was at Ralph's Market at 4:52. How did I do it?
Exactly. And after I left Ralph's, I went home. I made me a baked potato. that lasted for about 30 minutes.
14 minutes and 36 seconds to eat.
I put me on my favorite show. And I sat in my favorite chair. And I was there all night. Didn't get up not once. I didn't.
Oh, what was you doing for this 10 minutes though?
I had the bubble guts.
There was 10 minutes unaccounted for.
That's where dun. They go to the commercials and shit, and they be like, "Oh, that nigga did it on the commercial."
Nah, but that just kind of goes with, you know what I'm saying, being black in the justice system too. Like, you know what I'm saying, we guilty till proven innocent.
Most definitely. And it's fucked up because you're taught as a kid before you actually, get into the world that it's realistically you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but it's really not that way.
Hey, nigga, we was taught as kids that Columbus discovered America.
My pop was going for that shit, bro. My pop told me from jump, nigga, you not like everybody else, so you are gonna get in trouble more than other people. And Columbus
did discover America.
No, he
didn't. Because that's what he named. Ain't that what he named it?
Nah, it's a whole other like.
Okay, so there's two things. One, he landed in what, South America-ish? Like first. He landed somewhere else. And then he went back and came back here. But the part of I discovered something. How did you discover a country that
it was already called America when he came?
Can't say because they wiped out the history of everybody who was here.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Didn't he say, I'm gonna call this land America? Ain't that what he said? Didn't he say I'm gonna call this land America?
That's like you having 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying album. Somebody took it and was like, nigga, this is the documentary now.
Meanwhile, you've been listening to this album. You know what the album is and what's on it, but he gonna slap you every year and tell you, this is
the documentary.
Yeah, but that's only if you know the truth. Somebody who ain't never heard it before, they gonna be like, okay, this is a documentary.
That's the thing that we were in until we got to be adults, and probably most of us got to college or did some outside knowledge, read some fucking books that the school didn't give us, and found out it's not the documentary.
Well, that's why everybody don't read. Yeah, everybody don't go to school. Everybody don't go through that cycle of life.
That's what I appreciated about the college education, because the first thing they basically teach you is like, nah, that was some bullshit.
Everything's a lie.
But when you think about it, like everything that we were taught in context and in our K through 12 is pretty much America is great.
Yep. Yeah.
The economy is wonderful.
They don't shit on America. Like even in the context of slavery, like
it's a very biased school system.
Talk about it no more. Like they changed the history books to where now they're not talking about slavery; they're calling it something different.
What they calling it? Abolishment,
indentured, something like that. Some
they're making it sound a lot more cute than it really was, and they're definitely taking the.
Oh, they're making it pretty.
Yeah, they packaged it up for kids. They're saying it's more digestible for kids. No, you're really just whitewashing the story more so than it already is.
Yeah, so, and eventually they're gonna blot it out.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be so refined.
Oh, there's already states that are primarily white and like counties where they're trying to take that stuff out of their history books.
Yep, shit crazy. What y'all think about that? Y'all think that should be continued to be taught?
Absolutely.
What?
Like, huh?
Absolutely. I think if you want to have like some sense of realism, like, and you want people to actually know things, like, you got to give them the truth, dog. Facts. Like, look, and I also feel like, if you say like, look, we did this, but this wasn't right, people can appreciate that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to show them that it wasn't right.
They cowards though.
Well, it's
they
just like
they don't even want to admit they did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this: you grow up under your parents' house, and they have these like crazy ass rules, but you don't ever go to your cousin's house. You'll never go to your friend's house. So this is all you know until you move out into the world, and then you realize, oh shit, like it's all this other stuff that I never knew about because my parents they sheltered me and didn't tell me about this.
Right.
That's kind of how we grow up with our education system now, because we are only told the cute things. We're never told about how we fucked up, how we fixed how we fucked up, even though we really didn't. All that type of shit. We're never really given the real history, so you can't even really call it being educated because you're not really educated on anything.
Now, I look at it like this. They went into deep detail about Hitler, right? Because you gotta understand that Hitler is the bad guy, right?
Well, where's the money?
What do you mean? Where's the money?
Some people's stories get told a little bit more because they have more backing and more.
No, that's not what I'm going at. You know about Hitler because we got to paint a villain, right? But we have villains in America, right? Like, obviously, we had the whole North versus South thing, right? Tell me that, because I can't think of his name right now, but the dude who was in charge of the South, like, tell me he's vilified as much as Hitler was.
Not even close, because we can't have villains in villains and traitors. Like, that doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
That's my point. So we can like do this when it comes to other countries and stuff, but we can't do that here, and especially when it comes to Black people. Like, one thing that I do know for sure when it comes to it, like, and this this desexualization came to me because I had a couple Egyptian coworkers, right? But I always thought they was like Hispanic because they look more Hispanic than anything, right? So like they was like, no, I'm from Egypt. So I was like, oh, so we from the same place, right? And they like, no, I'm from Egypt. I'm like, yeah, Africa. And they're like, no, I'm not African. I'm from Egypt.
I'm Middle Eastern.
Yeah, they're Egyptian.
And I'm like,
yeah,
that's Africa. I'm like, yo, what are you talking? No, I'm not African. I'm from Egypt. I'm Egyptian. So I'm like, yo, and like I look at it. And so I went back and I looked at like, you know, my teachings. And like when you think about it, like when they talked about Africa in our books, they talked about Egypt as being great, but they never really mentioned anything else. And when they mentioned Egypt, they never really mentioned it as part of Africa.
Of course. Because if you do that, then you'd have to wonder, well, how did these people that became slaves have all this cool stuff? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You have to explain more if you let that link exist.
That shit wild to me.
They knew just how much to take away to make a cohesive story that didn't really make sense if you knew the truth.
Yeah. It's like if you copy your friend's paper, you know exactly how much to change to keep the story to where you can pass the class, but you don't change some shit.
Facts.
So, you know,
just to make it look like it's yours.
Really exactly. But I know the true story, and I know that I cheated, but you're not gonna know, and the teacher definitely not gonna know. So it's a shitty situation. But yeah, as you learning, you don't, like you said, Tay said, you don't even have to go to school because, you know, you'll get the information from where you get it from. You can get it from the internet now, luckily.
Yeah, you really don't even need to go to
it's really unlocked at this moment. So, you know, you can
could self-teach.
You can at this point. You can really, you know, you can learn some stuff from YouTube, all types of places. So at this point in age, it's cool because you can't really lie about certain things now because your shit can get pulled up and people can do research. I like that, but I don't like how, like you said, should it be still taught? Yeah, but they should start actually teaching it, is what I would say. Because even when we were kids, they didn't really teach us about it. I had to learn about it from my pops and like really get the story on my pops. And he showed me like movies and gave me books, and like that wasn't in school. I didn't learn anything really about.
School just told me shit.
Yeah, I didn't learn anything though.
Yeah, I ain't learned nothing. Well, I learned a lot of bullshit. I definitely learned a lot of bullshit. I can't say I didn't learn nothing because shit. Well, how do I know how to do math? How do I know how to write an essay? Like I got it from school. Like I can't cap. Like, feel me? But as far as everything else, like history, like that's bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But writing arithmetic and math and shit like that, like for sure, like that shit cool. I guess it help us get around in this world that we in, like and shit like that. But
yeah,
I mean,
especially now because you know.
I feel like it's all bullshit at the end of the day because, you know, it just help us get around in the world that they built for us. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Talk about it.
The system, fool. Shit, this industrial world. Like the world wasn't always industrial like this, fool. Like wasn't all these buildings, these tall ass buildings and shit, these streets, these roads and streets and shit, like concrete. Like that shit is all man-made, and we see it being done every day. Like we see it happening like every day. Dirt roads getting covered with cement. Like, bro, the world is being slowly but surely being swept under the rug.
Yeah,
swept under the cement, I should say.
Shit, for real, I need them to turn this weather machine back on, nigga. It's not supposed to be hot today. Okay?
Oh my goodness, bro. Let's talk about that, bro.
So if you're not in Southern California, I'm sorry, but this is about to get real local. Why is it so goddamn hot in LA right now?
Nigga, they turned the weather machine off.
It's different, bro.
I really believe. No, are you joking? But I really believe that
I'm not joking.
Because why?
You think I'm playing? Like, nigga, I talked to my son this winter, right? Because I was like, yo, you've been alive for 10 years. This is probably the first winter you really had a good amount of rain. Like, yo, in the past 10 years. Right? Because when we was growing up, every winter rain day, like
it rained.
How many
it was hard. On everything, bro. When we was growing up, bro, the seasons was really the seasons, bro. Like, you feel me?
Schedule at school, remember?
Like it was really the seasons, bro. Every season was really the season, and you knew when it was coming and when it was going, bro.
And now we got 11 months of summer.
Exactly,
I don't know how
bro.
to dress. I don't know how to. I gotta keep a jacket. I gotta keep a pool. Yeah, like what the fuck,
like, bro? And this heat different, like where you ain't even got to be doing nothing to be sweating, bro.
It's starting to turn into the South. Like, it feels like we're in the South sometimes. I'm like, I didn't do shit, but I gotta take a shower.
Like we in the swamps or some shit. Like, nigga, I'm like I'm finna go catch an alligator or something.
I feel like
that's why I said
there's some bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I said they need to turn the machine back on and stop playing,
for
man.
Sure, dude. Let
the
them
electric bill ain't hitting
turn that fan
hard,
back
man.
on.
Turn it back on, dog.
I
ain't asking for rain. I ain't asking for rain. Just make it about 70.
Exactly. Just give me 70, 73. I'm cool with 73. In a nice shiny sun. I'm good.
Yeah, we used to have the most premium weather, but now I mean, it's hard. You know, it's hard to complain when you look like New York and all that shit. Like they got some fucked up shit, but we know they shit is fucked up. Ours isn't supposed to be.
Man, it's snow out there, cool. Bro. Anywhere where it's snow, they got fucked up weather to me.
Yeah, because snow is a whole nother element.
That's something terrible. Like you're like you can't even do nothing if it's snowed in.
Think about it though. Like we've been having for literally I seriously told my son that because for the past 10 years, like for sure, we have had nothing but super hot years.
Yeah, the weather is not good over here, bro. Like for I take that back what I just said about the snow, bro. I feel like where it's snow at, bro, I feel like they got regular weather, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I feel like our weather is not regular. That's why it's like that. Like it's the only place in the world where it's weather like this, bro. That's not normal, bro. That's not no normal shit, bro. When you really think about it, bro, why are we the only place in the world where our weather is like this, bro? There ain't nowhere else in the world, bro. They have actual weather like throughout the seasons where it's like tornadoes, like you know what I'm saying, thunder, you know what I'm saying, shit, like it snows, like hails. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, bro. We barely get rain, bro.
Nigga, we went to a point where they would be like, oh yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And you'd be like, yes. And then that shit rained for like 10 minutes. And you'd be like, where the fuck is rain at?
Bro, that's not normal, bro. That's not normal, bro. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be normal, bro. It's crazy because we not even really in we're barely into spring.
Nigga, we in spring.
We in spring, my G. But it is supposed to be hot in spring though. It do get hot in spring.
Warm up, yeah.
Warm, but it is like, so if it's this hot now, how hot is it gonna be in the summer?
Granted, I think it's gonna cool down tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like this. Because I mean it usually to me it usually get hot in spring.
Oh, never mind. Well, yeah, it's gonna cool down tomorrow, but then it's gonna get hot again. Say it's supposed to be 91 on Thursday. Oh no, 91 Thursday. That is tomorrow. My bad.
Oh my goodness.
91 the high, then 88, and then it goes. Yo, see, this is how I know it's a machine, right? So we go from today's high was supposed to be 84. It was hotter than that.
Definitely.
Tomorrow's high is supposed to be 91. Friday's high is supposed to be 88, and then Saturday is 70.
See, that's what I'll be saying, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, how? Like, look. This be my thing. Look, this be my thing. Look, this is what I noticed. This is what I used to notice in school when I used to go to school. Monday through Friday, bro, it'll be this certain weather, and then on the weekends it'll be gloomy weather. Like what? Like, why it can't be the same weather throughout the whole? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the weekend gotta be so gloomy, but the school days is all sunny and shit.
Yo, and then most of the kids is on spring break next week too. And like the high of next week is supposed to be 70 on Saturday. That's about it. Everything else is like in the 60s.
Damn, they gonna have a whack ass little spring break.
But yo, like that's why I think it's a machine. Because how on Friday is supposed to be the high is supposed to be 88 degrees, and then the next day is 70. An 18-degree drop.
That's the win, bro.
But I mean, shit, man. I mean, when we talking about something that's supposed to be unpredictable, I mean, shit. How can we say that that's not something that's normal?
It's normal here with the machine.
Is if it's a machine, who runs it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, tell me who run it, and then I'm gonna be with you on that theory.
Because it's like I have a couple ideas for real. Like if you really want to play with it, I have a couple ideas.
I do know that they make fake clouds though, for sure.
Definitely, they make.
I've actually seen that shit like with my eyes. I've seen the video of that shit, so like I could definitely say that that's real.
Definitely seen that video. I've seen a couple videos like that too. They make snow. You know, they can, so if they can make precipitation, they can make the weather essentially. So I don't know, like, but it's just something that I just thought about when you said it's a machine. I was like, okay, so if it's a machine, somebody got to run it or at least fund it. Who would that be?
Man, bro.
Conspiracy theory shit. All right, so let me see. So is it a local thing or is it a you know what I'm saying, a country thing,
like a global thing?
I think it's a state by state thing, right? Because you can't have no machine that's covering the whole country. That's 3,000 miles.
Hold on. No, it has to be state by state, region, or at least regional.
Yeah. So all right. So then at that point, like that's got to be the governor, right? But it's then like
shit.
Yeah. Nah. You know what? It ain't even the governor. Silicon Valley.
Yeah. There you go. Silicon Valley. That's what everybody needs to search up. Silicon Valley.
I was gonna say I thought Bezos might have a hand in, or Elon.
That's where all the
I ain't even gonna say Bezos, my nigga. You know who doing the weather, my nigga? It's Google.
You said it's Google?
Google.
It's definitely Google. I'll definitely believe that for sure.
Because Google does a lot of stuff that we don't know about.
See now we getting somewhere. Keep talking that shit. Keep bringing up them names, because the more you bring up them names, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, definitely. I can see that corporation.
Nah, I just got Google because I don't think Facebook will be in on this. You know what I'm saying? But I got Google for sure.
Google for sure, bro. What? You know how? What? I think Google is like they billion dollar company, huh?
Oh, well over $1 billion.
Yeah, probably like almost damn near trillion, huh?
Yeah, Google is a couple trillion.
It's immeasurable because there's so many entities that they have their hands in.
No, it's measurable. You just look at the stock price.
But honest though?
Yes.
Because it's like they have stuff that we know about, but there's also stuff that we don't
market cap of $1.81 trillion.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's how much the company's worth.
Just a truly, that's all. Nothing crazy. Nothing major.
No, it's just a little tea.
It's light work.
Little tea. I'm up a tea right now. Imagine saying that. I'm up a tea.
Bro.
That's crazy, huh?
Yo, what would you do with $1 trillion? Like, honestly.
Buy the weather machine.
I'm buying.
baby mom gets on your nerves. I'm making it 93 wherever she at.
Hitting that
follow
switch,
her ass.
Drinking that bitch all the way up. And if she don't like it cold, it's gonna snow in that mug.
Hey, where you say you was at? What city? Okay, what that weather like?
Hell. It's only helling in this part of town.
Damn, he said hell. Shit, so
hell.
If you ever been in a hailstorm, that shit is no game. If it gets
guess real, what? We have
rocks.
That shit don't happen no more.
You know, hey, that's funny to think about. That's funny to think about because it hasn't happened in a really long time, right? Like
I think the last time I remember like legit hell, no, it has happened more recently, but I want to say we were probably in high school. And then the last time I remember like hell for sure, like it was a big thing, was like I was probably like in third or fourth grade.
I remember
it was some big ass chunks.
I remember becoming super aware of hail because I was like 19 or so. I was in Linwood and shit started hailing and it was hitting my car. And I remember like, fuck, what am I gonna do if my car is fucked up because of this hail shit I've never experienced before? And that's when I realized what hail was. But yeah, I haven't seen it happen recently. I don't remember the last time it happened. 19 was a long time ago.
That was probably the last time it happened out here.
I can't remember a recent like in LA. We'll say like I can't remember a more recent time of it hailing.
You want to talk about how scary that shit is? Piece of ice falling from the sky, just crack your ass in the melon.
That's some bullshit. Because like, that's really some like that's where you let you know that this stuff is all a game to me. For like when the weather starts acting up like that, this whole shit is a game. Like I know y'all saw that clip of Boosie, right? That I sent.
Nah, I don't remember.
The tornado?
Huh?
Oh shit! I'm about to make sure that y'all see this because I posted it on my story.
Yo, but speaking of, that nigga has a whole X-rated pay-per-view thing.
Yeah,
Real?
yeah.
It's $9.99. I was tempted to pay for it to see what it is.
He said, "I'm
you
live."
paid for it?
I didn't, but I was tempted.
What is it though?
Like, so I saw a clip, right? And so basically, the clips that I saw was he had one girl. She was like painted like a tiger. He had her on a leash, and she was walking around naked, painted like a tiger, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Hey, we can watch clips on this now. Everybody come into our
I forget what it's called.
Boosie the God is about to bless y'all with something. I thought it was Boosie's fun time or Boosie's something. I'm about to get on my Google.
Something.
Boosie pay-per-view.
We about to find it. Pay-per-view.
Boosie fade. Pay-per-view. Yep. How much?
Boosie gone bad.
Boosie go. Yep. Same time. Yo, don't this take you back to the Girls Gone Wild time when it was like crazy?
Yes.
I feel like that's what Boosie is every day.
Let me see if I can find one real quick.
He got merch. Oh man, he got t-shirts. He got jackets. I'm gonna stop plugging this man's stuff because we gotta plug our own shit. Hosted by Badass Entertainment. That's what you do though, realistically, like.
Oh yeah, one of the girls was like stripping on him and stuff.
You want to tell that part?
I muted it because dude's on his thing.
Make it big screen.
I'll share it.
I can't see it.
Oh, hold on.
Share it with others. I will say this though. I give Boosie.
I paused it.
Hey, fast.
Canceled. He made his own little system. I can't hate on him. Go ahead and play it though.
Like, this is the type of shit that was going. Like, I'm trying to see if I can find the tiger clip. Let me see if I can find the tiger clip.
People are gonna see all forehead right now because I'm super zoomed in. I want to see what.
Oh yeah, you on the phone.
I can see it though. Yo, this is like back in high school when your friend first got the picture.
Y'all had pulled up on the biggest. They hopped out on them. The biggest. Oh God, we pulled up.
Let me see.
It was like, where you niggas from? Them niggas were trying to say nothing. They start walking Lord. I'm like, fuck that. I turned around. I'm like, hey, nigga. Niggas was like, we stay on Main. Niggas was like, yeah, all right, nigga. Them niggas, well, we been to the block, came back, them niggas is gone.
Yo, is that my boy, Tay? Tell my boy I said, what's up? Tell my boy I said, what's up?
That nigga don't fuck with you.
Yeah, he does. I'm DM that nigga right now, bro.
Yeah, so Boosie gone bad.
He shall not be named, but I'm a DM right now.
Boosie gone bad.
Play that.
Oh, you didn't see? I mean, that was the one clip. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, no. Yeah, nah. I saw a little bit, but play it again for the people.
I'm fucking dead. Hold on, let me see if I can get the right clip back up because I don't like this dude clip.
Oh man. But I mean, hey, you can't stop Boosie. Moral of the story. You can't
Pretty
stop.
much. You can't stop Lil Boosie Badazz. It ain't never gonna happen.
And then he'll make another one, and then he'll make another one, or he'll make a pay-per-view.
He made a whole pay-per-view, dog.
And people paid. Just like people bought his movie. He said he recouped. Boosie got that fan base, bro. Boosie got like a different type of fan base. You see his Tay? You see what's going on, Tay?
Oh, that's wild.
Tay, man, Boosie's crazy. Put your pussy lips on live, man.
That's
Boosie
wild.
is fucking hilarious.
He got a camera and he got a
Explain it to the people that are listening.
Yo, he had a camera straight down in this girl vagina, dog.
Like he a
going
doctor.
straight in there, like
hey, but hey.
Somebody posted in the comments, Dr. Boosie, dog.
Hey, he's a doctor, bro.
Dr. Boosie.
You saw our timeline. I posted about this a couple weeks ago. He is a doctor, though. Don't sleep on my man Boosie, bro. Everything has a reason.
Dr. Boosie.
Hey, now Boosie knows what really knows what he's looking for because he's a doctor. What you gonna tell him? Are you a doctor?
He a gynecologist.
Boosie ain't no goddamn doctor.
Bro, he is a gynecologist. Google it. He's also ordained. Google it.
Here you go, Tay.
Oh, she going up.
Pay-per-view going down. And where does Boosie live? He live in Atlanta now, right?
I have no idea.
I know he don't live in Baton Rouge because it's a whole long story why he don't live in Baton Rouge, but it makes perfect sense. Small town, not built.
Boosie gone bad.
Boosie going bad.
Hey.
And if you want to sign up for that thing, just go to Boosie Gone Bad. Just Google that mug. You'll find him.
Hey, Boosie want to sponsor us. We'll plug your pay-per-view, Boosie. Boosie Boo, come fuck with the guys. And I'm gonna send Tay and Eric to one of your shows so they can have some fun.
Nigga,
I'm glad you said that. I was just, I was finna come with some hot shit for you, boy.
I got you, bro.
I was finna come with some hot shit for you, boy.
I'm gonna send both of y'all.
I know damn well you wasn't finna participate in nothing.
Unless we're in the studio, me and Boosie, or doing some other shit. Sorry, Boosie. I like my life how it is.
Boosie said you can't be in the stew with him if you ain't participating with the women.
Hey, I guess we ain't making no records. His son though. His son is hot. Hey, I know y'all saw that shit that I sent y'all. His son kind of got some things though.
I don't listen to people kids.
You didn't see that clip I sent you though?
I don't listen to people kids.
No, yeah, I'm on that wave too.
You don't listen to Jaden Smith?
No.
I like 2-3 songs by him, no cap. But this is like back in the day. This is like 2016, 17 type shit. Like when I was listening to him.
Well, he hasn't released anything since like I think 18 or 19 or something like that. But
Icon Living, sir.
Anything prior to Icon, I was fucking with it.
Hold on. So where you guys draw the line at? Because everybody's somebody else's kid. So where do you draw the line?
What the fuck you mean? Why would I be worried about 50 Cent, daddy?
But where do you? Okay, so do you draw the line because you don't want to say something bad about someone else's kid's work? Or like what?
Let's be clear and let's be real. Most niggas' sons and daughters be trash.
But Boosie's son is dope though. That's what I'm talking.
When he get out there and he get to that level and I start hearing his stuff more often, then I'll judge it. I'm not going to go look for you because you Boosie's son.
Nah, I didn't go look for it. It slid across my timeline. That's the crazy part.
That's just like I ain't checking for no JoJo Simmons.
Well, because he wasn't good at his craft, bro. I think if he was talented.
Man, this nigga said JoJo Simmons. And we all watched him struggle with his career on that show.
But I wasn't checking for no JoJo Simmons then.
JoJo gonna wash you, Black, putting smut on his name.
JoJo.
I mean, I'm just talking about the rap.
Hey, what if JoJo said he's good at rapping? What if that's how he feels?
He has the right to his own opinion.
I'm pretty sure he think he good. He was trying to do it.
Nah, he found out pretty quickly that wasn't for him.
He's still trying to do it.
Oh, he's still what?
Yeah, Tory talked about it in one of his songs because he had like the most popular song on his album, and yeah, something like that.
Man,
he was one of the people who took the song down when Tory had the whole thing going.
You know what? Who is somebody's son that's really good? You guys fuck with Inhale? Have you heard of him from LA?
Yeah. So
he's fucking dope. You can't say he not.
I see a lot of the.
I didn't know that he was his son.
I see a lot of the. I don't know how they try to imitate, like the music imitates.
I heard it. I didn't see him.
It imitates Nate, like.
Oh, Nate Dogg's son.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was his son because I just heard. I heard a song.
I don't like people that try to sound like other people.
I think if you just naturally sound like somebody, sometimes you can't help it.
I don't think he naturally sounds like Nate.
No
Huh? You think he's trying?
It ain't about trying. I don't think he sounds like Nate when he's trying.
No, I mean like the melodic situation. Like I think that's just
he's trying to have the monotone singing thing, but he don't sound like his dad.
Yeah.
No, not at all. It's just like a similar style. But I appreciate it though. I like what he does. Yeah,
but ultimately what me and Tay is saying is basically and it's not to take away from him. That's why I look like that, because like ultimately the music is straight, but like I personally want you to be yourself.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to the music like that.
I don't want you to be Nate Dogg's son. Well, I want you to be in hell.
Because I got into it on some. This is way different from his dad's shit, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like he's a pretty good example of somebody completely different. Definitely not living off of the mold of his dad's type of music. Because
I don't know what you're talking about. When I see the video, he got the do-rag.
Yeah,
on,
I don't know what you be watching, bro.
And all of that. Like I clearly see the use of my dad.
Him. I was talking about Jaden, and I think he just got a dope sound, dude. I brought up before in hell, but because he's somebody's son, I just want to know if you guys have fucked with him before. He's the only person that's somebody's son that I know like is really out there. Like
he's really, he's really making moves, like and like so
business stuff, really.
Yeah, Lil Easy ain't really doing nothing music wise.
More business stuff, but I can't think of other people's sons that are really rapping like that. Like,
I mean.
Well, actually, hold on. Trey Button's song. Trey Button has a couple of songs I like, and I fuck with Trey Button.
Holla at me when you got something in rotation. Again, we go back to it. Like I'll listen to you off the strength. Like if you bringing it to me, it comes across. I'm gonna listen to anybody. But if you bringing up these names and these names because of their name, I'm not supposed to have the this is my like the SoundCloud effect. Like you already a step up.
Yeah, for sure. But that doesn't make them good though.
You're correct. So in order for that to be, because you already had that step up, like it's not shitting on their talent. It's just saying, you got to step up. So your stuff is gonna have to come across my feed. I'm not going searching for you because you're somebody's son.
Yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying. And I'm on
and hell came across my feed.
Yeah, him, Jaden came across mine because I fucked with Childish, and that's how I got into Jaden. Like, it was kind of organic for me. I mean, of course, I knew who he was after I looked and did, I saw who he was. Like, oh, I've seen this kid before. But I heard the song first. I was like, oh, kid snapping. I don't know who this is.
Nah, ain't a child that I feel like has done it on that level yet. Not to say it won't be one, but ain't a child that's done it to that degree yet.
Make me do my Google right now while we're talking about this, and I really want to see if there's anybody.
I mean, Coily Ray. Ain't no she got herself a nice buzz, and that's bigger than her dad's ever was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because her dad don't see. That's different. That's kind of okay.
Benzino was a rapper who also owned the Source.
But now it switches though, right? Because it wasn't like Will Smith where he had like a rap career or whatever. Like
Benzino did have a rap career.
Yeah, but it wasn't like Will's though. His was way smaller, so it would be a lot easier to pass his career up than a Will Smith's career.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that Will Smith had a legitimate rap career?
I'm trying to say Will Smith has way more of a fight than Benzino has. He has way more hits and he made more money.
That nigga was going at it with Eminem.
Whether he was corny or not, I didn't say he was a better rapper. I'm just saying his career trajectory was way better.
Yeah, no, Will Smith's career trajectory took off because of TV, though, not because of the music.
I don't care how you leveraged it, because Benzino tried to do TV too, and look how that worked for him.
Yeah, but he had the Source, and that's what he did. But I mean, it still doesn't disprove that Coily Ray did better than her dad.
Oh, she definitely did, but I feel like it's easier to do better than Benzino than it is to do better than Will Smith or Nate Dogg even. Like, that's kind of a hard one to top.
Okay, but Inhale's doing a pretty good job of getting on my radar.
I'm not saying he won't. I'm saying it's a hard one to top. Benzino's she got way more hits than he did in her first year. And he has like one hit, maybe? How many hits? Oh God.
Rock the Party?
One. Give me two more.
I wasn't gonna give you two more. I gave you the hit.
All right.
What's it called?
I think it's called Rock the Party. We gonna tell the party, rock the party, and drink Bacardi, freak somebody.
Oh, that's Benzino?
Yeah.
You didn't even know it was Benzino. Exactly. He didn't leverage that in any type of way. At least Coily Ray like leveraged her connections. I wouldn't say her name because you didn't really know who she was, but she leveraged her connections and people that she knew to, get into a good spot. Can't hate on that.
Okay, so again, I mean, in that,
if she wasn't
okay, but in that same respect, I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna make the argument. You could say she had connections. Trey Budden, same, right? Boosie son, Inhale.
All these motherfuckers got connections.
Y'all all know somebody. Even Ty Dolla $ign. Well, I give Ty Dolla $ign that argument too, because his dad was what group was his dad in? That's how he was in the music business. Let me look at it.
Who was his dad?
His dad was like a musician in one of them groups. I can't remember.
The OJs.
That's kind of a cheat code too. Like Alex Isley, she's a R&B singer that sings really dope. But Isley, last name, obviously, big boom. Like it's a little bit of a cheat code, but I'm not gonna hate if you have it. Like, what are you supposed to do if you're talented and you have that last name? Not use it.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, might as well use the talent. I mean, shit. And if I have a leg up,
his dad was in the Lakeside band. Their hit "Fantastic Voyage."
Oh, that's them.
That's a big one.
That's crazy.
That's a big one.
So yeah, being able to use those connections and get it to it where you on my radar. Like if you got that leg up, then hey, you should be able to get on my radar. You're not SoundCloud guy, hitting me up like, yo, listen to my SoundCloud. You actually know some people. Now, how much your parents help you in that? Hey, but people know you already because of your parents. So you already have.
But it also can hinder you too a little bit though, because if your parents are really great, it might not help you as much as you think it would. Because okay, you have the connections or whatever. People might be expecting a certain thing out of you. Like if your dad is a super bar down rapper, like if your dad is Nas, and you start putting out rock albums, you have the connections to people, but it's different. So it might not help you to have Nas as a dad as much as you would think.
True, because they're gonna look at your dad for approval before they fuck with you. No cap.
You still get in the Interscope, one, but two, you kind of made it into like a whole total different scale of things. Because the likelihood of me going into rock after my dad was a rap icon is slim enough.
It's not that unlikely, bro. Look at it. All right, well, we'll take it down to Nas. Your dad was just a competent rapper, like apparently a cool rapper. He has like one or two hits.
Coily Ray started rapping.
She started rapping, but it's not that crazy to say like, oh, I might want to start making some alternative music. Just because my dad raps.
But she didn't though. That is my point. Like the scenario you giving me is not really likely to happen.
Not if they was raised under that person, especially.
Exactly.
But if your dad's a big rapper, you probably weren't raised under him like that. Like that's a little bit unlikely. Like the baby situation where your kids are super around you a lot isn't as likely if your dad's a super poppin' rapper.
A lot of rappers got their family around them, dog.
It's like I see you not back in the day like that though. Like when Benzino was big, I'm talking about, because you hear her talk about they weren't like, he wasn't living with her, she wasn't living with him. She would come over and live in New Jersey with her, but he was out. He was doing shit.
Yeah,
but you don't know the facts about that, bro. Like, so you can't really use that in your argument.
You don't know how much, like the way you basically put it is like, oh yeah, I saw her once a month. Like, nah, we don't know exactly how much they were around. And a lot of people have their families around. they go back to their family and shit like that when they go back to the city. I mean, you talk about touring, yeah, of course, not everybody touring with their family back then. Like, you gotta stay home. But when I get back home, I'm back home.
Kinda. If you're cool like that, but I don't know, bro. It's hard. It's just hard for me to say, like, if your dad's a dope ass rapper, that means you're gonna be a rapper too. Like, because what if you're not a dope ass rapper? What if you're better singer?
JoJo. I'm not talking about rap. Okay, you said singer. That's still within the frame, like hip hop and art. That's why they call it hip hop and R&B. It's all within the same frame.
Let's just say talented, or let's just say talented, natural born skills.
Keep it in rap. If your dad is a Joe Budden, he bar raps, but you're a more melodic rapper. Like,
well, that's a skill though, so that's not something that's
you still talking about within the frame of rap. I'm not saying you gonna take on and you gonna be the next person spitting hot bars. You still more likely to rap.
Yeah, because that's a skill to spit bars. Like, that's a skill that's learned over time. That's not something that the nigga's born with. He born with the skill to rap, put rhymes together, but
you think so?
Bars, like, that's the skill that's learned.
I feel like rapping is a little bit more of a thing too. I don't think like everybody could just rap just because you're around it, or just because your dad's good at it. Like, I think
nobody said you gonna be good at it, or you can still do it.
Okay, you could do it, but does that
JoJo?
Anybody at this point could do music. Like, there's no barrier to doing music now, so anybody can make a song. But like
JoJo.
But like really doing it though, JoJo gonna have heat for you, bro. JoJo's gonna want to see you, and I'll help you, JoJo, for real, because you cousin.
Oh, you a JoJo fan? Okay. You said you gonna help me. All right. I thought you said you was gonna help him.
I got you. When we're in the car later, I'll be like, cuz, why you sending so much fucking smoke to JoJo? Like, you don't know this, man. What he do to you? I'm gonna ask you later, but during, I got your back for sure.
It's a simple fact, like, yo, my nigga, look, he not the greatest rapper. His dad is a legendary rapper. He decided to rap because he was there within that environment. That's what happens. Coily Ray, she's within that environment. Boosie's son, as you brought up, within that environment. Inhale, within that environment. Lil Easy, he was within that environment. You're more likely to do it. Like, even if you say R&B, that's why they group us together as hip hop and R&B. Like, yo, you gonna do one of the two. Like, that's more than likely, that's what that is.
I feel like that has to more do so with our culture though than anything else. Like, not necessarily who your parents were. It's just like, if you are a rapper, generally you listen to rap music, soul music, and stuff like that too, but you don't listen to rock music crazy heavy. Like that.
Correct.
They might not be exposed to it, but who's to say you get that rapper money? You put your kids in a private school, they have different sets of friends. They grew up differently than you did, which happens a lot.
Yo,
your kids are exposed to different stuff. They might not be.
They are still around you as the rapper, the influential rapper.
I know. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying this.
I got the perfect example for you, bro. Me, a rapper, my daughter, she has no interest in music at all, or doing music, or none of that. Like, none.
You think it's still indeterminate though, because she don't
even really listen to music, like rap music. Like, she like different, like the type of music she like is totally different. Huh?
Yeah. What if she gets older and she discovers she's really dope at singing because of your influence or whatever, however it happens? Like,
I don't push her to do music or nothing like that, or I don't encourage her like, oh, you should do music. Like, you know, I don't like put it in her face like, oh, you should do music. Like, I don't do that. So
you let her do what she's into.
Huh?
You let her do what she's into.
Yeah. And I get that. But sure. Yeah. But also what I'm saying, yo, if you big Tay man on the Sellout Arena, you know what I'm saying, on Sellout Arena tour,
it's a little different.
She more likely to be within the hip hop R&B range.
Fast, because she
around it.
She on tour with me, so that's different. Like,
she around it.
Yeah,
I don't have to put it in her face. It's already in her face. Like,
exactly. That's my point. So when we talking about all these rappers having these kids, It's in their face. My dad, my mom is this person. I'm in these buildings. Like I'm within all these people. We could talk about T.I.'s sons. They ain't want to go out and go be no venture capitalists. Them niggas said, I want to rap.
Venture capitalists.
Like, yo, it is what it is. And where did they get that from? Because Pops is one of the biggest rappers.
For real. It's like daddy's successful in this shit. And shit, I look up to my dad. So shit, I'm gonna just be successful doing what my daddy did.
But hold on, no, peeling back though, real quick. Don't you feel like that's a little bit more because that's the cool and easy thing to do, not necessarily because that's just like.
Well, not in. Like, I wouldn't say not in T.I.'s son case because he did everything on his own. Like he didn't want no handouts from T.I. You feel me?
But he still wanted to rap because he was around that.
Exactly.
See, that's an interesting case because it he kind of straddles the fence of both sides of our arguments. Because he is a kid that didn't necessarily want any handouts, but obviously you know who his dad is. So I'm sure some people listen to him just off the strength, even if they didn't say it.
Yeah, but that's not his fault though.
Definitely not. It's not none of these kids' fault. Realistically, it's just like interesting to think about.
No,
like,
not at all.
You know, it's just like one of those things that you're like, because like you said, your daughter has no interest in music or whatever. I believe there's definitely more so kids like that. Like their kids, their dads and their moms are super big, but they don't really have interest in like that music shit like that. Like
there's plenty, but the argument came from you saying that somebody would go into rock, and I was making an argument that no, you're more than likely to go into hip hop and R&B if your parents came from that lane.
More than likely, yeah. But I see if you make some money, if you make some real money, like we're talking about, I think there's more opportunities for you to branch out as a kid from that because you're not raised in the same environment, even though you are influenced by your parents are.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. You're correct, but that's not what I'm saying.
I just wanted to hear you say So, all right.
You're correct, but that's not what I'm saying.
So I do want to ask you, since we're talking about our kids and stuff. So if your son was like a super, came out to be like a pretty good rapper, we have some connections and stuff like that. Would you want him to like pursue it like Tootie is doing? Like how would you kind of help your son out that endeavor if you want to?
I pushed my son to do whatever it is that he wants to do. So my son currently, he nonstop talks to me about like video game ideas, what he wants to do with video games and drawing and creating his own thing. So what I did was, well, I mean, I've had a few hefty bills from which I'm not going to say what, but I was about to put him in an art class so he can learn how to draw different anime type characters and stuff like that. I'm still gonna do it. I just wasn't able to do it because I had a few hefty bills. So I'm gonna do that. Got him a big giant notepad so he can keep drawing his characters that he does draw now. You know what I'm saying? I continuously tell him like all this stuff because my son, like literally, we get in the car, I go pick him up, whole car ride down. Dad, so I got an update on my game. Woo doo doo woo. And like he's running through it, and like he just nonstop talking to me about it. So I be telling him like, okay, you have to start writing this stuff down. So my next thing is have him get on the computer, start typing it out, writing it out. I already have him drawing his stuff. I'm gonna put him in the art class. I'm gonna get him. They had this camp how to create like Roblox games and shit. I was gonna put them in that, but I lost the info for it. See, and I can never find it. So like that type of stuff. So like what he wants to do, I help him out and like I push him to do it.
But that's kind of the cool thing that I was reaching to. Like now more so it feels like kids can take our influences and then do other things. Like your son wants to do computers and he wants to be like an animator, it sounds like, and he wants to create his own game. And you can help him with that, be in music business or whatever. Like you can just do that. It seems like it's a little bit of a switch now to where like there's more options. And I'm not sure how I want to word it, but I feel like being a rapper, if your parents are rappers, is an easy flop, but it would have been kind of more dope if like they use that influence to, like you said, become venture capitalists or own a bunch of real estate or some other shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know that comes from a lot of people seeing their parents' dream come true, and then they're in it, and it becomes their dream. You see what
It's a
I'm
little like
saying? So
symbiotic.
like we can't really speak on that because like I never got to that level of rapping, right? Like my son's never gonna know me as like who I was rapping. So like his dream probably is never gonna be to be like that. Like even though you know what I'm saying, we all live and wish for that moment where our kids go, I want to be just like you. You know what I'm saying? And I had that moment. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't when I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember you told me about that for sure. And you're like, son, this is not. But
Yeah.
you did the good parent thing at that moment though, and you adjusted his expectations
Yeah.
as to. I love that you said that, but also because I love you, I'm gonna show you that the world is bigger, and that's where I kind of feel that's where I'm getting to. Like, it's dope to be a rapper if your dad's a dope ass rapper, but there's more too that could be done quite possibly.
Absolutely, but their parents have to see, but you also got to realize like the bigger the parent, they have a bigger obstacle pushing them away because they see the lifestyle that this provides. They see the fame, they see the notoriety that the parents get from it.
It's
So
also
yeah, so like why wouldn't I want to do this? Why wouldn't this be my dream?
yeah, no, I get it because like you said, we haven't reached that level of fame yet, so it's different to kind of conceptualize. Like,
It's taught that that's what success is. That's why.
Mm-hmm. That
yeah,
becomes the picture of success in the household. So to tell your kid who's been seeing me, like to tell my kid who's been seeing me, multi-platinum artist, I make millions of dollars doing this just because I started rapping. It's hard for me to tell my son like, yo, this ain't where it at. This is not where it's at. Unless I show him I'm doing something different. You know what I'm saying? Then I go take him into the office when I start doing real estate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was a big deal for me to walk the stage to show my son that I'm getting my diploma, to getting my degree and stuff like that, because I can tell him like, yo, you need this. Working the job that I was working at, granted, you said you want to be just like me and work there. I was like, and I had to tell you no, like you deserve better than that. And that my way of showing him was showing him otherwise.
yeah, most definitely.
So, you know, the same thing, like that kind of they would have to show them otherwise. Hey man, this is a cool life, but this ain't what you want. You want something else in life.
It's tricky, right?
It ain't tricky.
I feel like when you get to that level of fame in this country, like you said, because like you said, the bigger you are, the more division there is between like what what you conceptualize as success. Like that becomes your conception of success, not just like being able to provide for your family, getting your degree or getting whatever, having a business or doing these other things, which are success for different people.
Everybody's definition of success is
Right.
different. Mm-hmm.
It's definitely different, right? So it's interesting though that it makes sense that it super does shape your conception of success, but it hinders your conception of success too, because your success can be a whole bunch of different shit.
Yep. No
It's
disagreements here.
It's wild though. It's just wild to think about, or I guess to hear out loud. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
But shout out to the parents that are pushing their kids to do what they want to do, because that's really what you're supposed to do as a parent. Guide your kids to whatever their destiny is.
Big facts. As long as it's not, being a drug addict or no shit like that, then you know what I'm saying? Like, then you kind of like, no, Terrence.
No, his name is Jaden. That's the stereotypical kid's name, Jaden.
No, it ain't. I go with like,
he said Terrence.
Like Billy or something.
I've met like one Terrence in my whole life.
Matthew.
I know a few of those.
No, Matthew. Drugs are not the way.
We all know a Matt or a Matthew.
So yeah, that's kind of where I sit at with that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, hey, shout out to all of them though. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing in their own respects, but I just look at certain things.
I thought you were about to say shout out to all the drug addicts.
Shout out to them too, man. Hey, they need love too. Hey, they need love too.
Not even on no funny shit. Not even on no funny shit.
They need love too on some real shit. They need somebody in their corner.
Oh, for real shit. We see you. I see you at least shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Guy sees you, people.
You ain't invisible to me. Not
at all. You know what I'm saying? We all need somebody in our corner.
For sure. You're just crazy. Well, real fast before we slide out of here, because we're about to get out of here.
Hey, Black. What if your son wanted to be a ballet dancer?
So his nana actually wanted to put him in dance. His nana wanted to actually put him in dance, and I told her she could have a year for sure, but like ballet? I didn't want him to do it. They do all types of dances.
Oh, in that year they show you like contemporary ballet, hip hop, all the different.
Mm-hmm.
No, ballet though.
If he wanted to do it, then yeah, go for it.
Hey, standing on the tippy toes and shit with the
I mean, it'd be weird for me. I'd be like, yo, like I don't get why you want to do this, but at the end of the day,
you have to do a lot of
I guess like if that's what you want to do.
Hey, 91.
I already know this is about to be some stupid shit because you laughing already. What? This is gonna be a nut ass question. I already know.
What if your daughter wants to be an OnlyFans model?
If what?
Hey, but you can ask the same thing back.
That's why I asked. That's why I hit him with it. I'm like, yeah, we got daughters.
By the time my daughter's old enough, OnlyFans will be turned out, I'm sure. But
yeah, but you know the premise.
But if
don't try to justify your answer first,
bro.
When this wouldn't happen.
me and her mom already had this discussion, man. Like, my number one job is to keep my daughter off the pole, nigga, off the internet.
Okay. Well, off the internet, I don't know about that. What you mean by off the internet?
Like naked off the internet.
Okay, okay. I'm with that. I'm with that. Yeah.
My job is to instill enough self-respect in my daughter to think about her actions before she does them.
Absolutely.
And the of them.
Absolutely.
My job as a strong Black father is also to instill values in my daughter to understand that that's not the look. That's not the attention that you want, and that attention that those girls are getting. Give it 6 to 7 months. Give it a year. Give it something like that. Let me see how happy they are with themselves. And that
okay, absolutely. Those are great principles. Now.
I love that speech.
What you mean, bro?
I love that speech.
Now, would you let her do it?
Hell, fucking. What do you mean? Would I let her do it?
There we go. That's what we just waiting on.
Any father that says they're okay with their daughter.
Bro, I was hanging on to every word. Like, go say it.
Come here. Let me talk to you. Like, why would you be okay with your daughter doing OnlyFans? Like, she's an adult. At that point, I would hope. Okay.
Tay-Man?
No.
Tay-Man, is that a hell no to you too?
What, to my daughter doing OnlyFans?
Yes.
Nah, that's not going down. I mean, she could do OnlyFans if she promote her business.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we actually, because I can tie this into something else, because we talked about Lotto's album for a second, right? And in the DM. Well, me and Tay did. And and if you ain't listened, 91, you need to get on that. She hard.
No, she sure.
But she's the product of someone who's in the game, right? 23, right? So I was gonna ask you guys, like, because you guys got daughters, how would y'all feel about y'all? Like, would y'all be able to listen to y'all daughters talk that?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Because I was thinking about her, I was like, if I'm her dad, I can't even play your album.
Hell no.
I don't know what I'm gonna hear.
Hell no, I don't even know. I don't even know. I wouldn't know my daughter as her rap persona. Like I don't even know that. I don't even know that part of her. Like
Your daughter became a city
oh,
girl,
dude,
bro.
know that.
That's not a W, bro. That's not a W. Like,
Yo, because
if your
about
was to become a rapper, artist, or whatever, you would want her to be like, fuck.
Rhapsody.
She could be a Rhapsody or something for sure.
I would say like, thank you, or like a Missy Elliott, like somebody that's.
Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott was talking about working it.
She was sexual. She was sexual as hell, but she was creative with it.
You know what? You know, okay, yeah, you're right. I was thinking about what she looked like, not necessarily what she gave out.
Yeah, she was sexual as hell, no cap.
You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though. She can't be a JT. She can't be a Coily Ray.
Because Lotto, like her first 2 tracks ain't like that on the album, right? And then you get to the third one with 21 Savage, and as hard as the song goes, like, yeah, she talking that.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it.
I ain't co-signing none of that.
As a father.
Yeah, as a father, I'm not co-signing none of that at all.
If your son became a super good rapper, like your son became a rapper, became famous, would you want to be talking about like the drill shit, like guns and blah blah blah? Like, nah, you wouldn't.
Like as long as it's pretend, I don't care.
How he just put an op in the pack.
Yeah.
If it's pretend, I don't care.
Nah, but you understand that it could be pretend, but someone else can make it not pretend. So you understand where that could go. There's other routes for your son to take.
Because I could say my daughter rapping about sexual shit that's pretend. Like, but I still don't want to do it. I still don't want to do it.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't want him doing it, but I wouldn't care if he rapped it.
Oh,
you crazy.
I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Acting and then just the active actually
doing it. That leads to the action though.
We have a lot of rappers who talk about shit that they don't actually do. Future has been telling us he's a lean head for the past I don't know how many years, and he barely does any drugs.
Well, hey, that's who you guys choose to accept as your king. So
man, that's Future, man.
I'm just saying, like that's what son, man. I understand, but I'm saying what rappers do and what rappers tell us that they do does not actually reflect what they all do.
He said drill, rapping, guns, violence. Future's not that type of artist.
I said if he's rapping like that, yeah, but like the actual action, no.
But him rapping that could lead to the action though.
Yeah, you saw what almost happened to CJ.
Because his ass was faking, and he ended up in environments he wasn't supposed to be in.
Him making that music, he could at some point become real in that shit. Like he could like really think that that's really who he is. Like at some point, like him rapping that shit.
You are correct, but my job as his father is to also instill in him and let him know, like, no, that ain't you.
What if he rebel and say, nigga, yes, it is?
Well, if he rebels, then I mean, we talking about parental things as a whole. Then I'm gonna continue to tell him no, he's not. But then I also know that I'm also look at it in the same way as me growing up and me knowing that when we finally hit adulthood, wasn't too much our parents could tell us. We had to bump our own heads.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, yeah. But like some of the shit that your dad said, it's stuck in there at certain points and shit. You heard that, you're like, fuck.
No, I heard it, and then it didn't click until years down the line. Like I still had to bump my head for it to make sense. Go through it
first. Like, oh yeah, that's what he meant.
Exactly. Yeah, so
too much to where you make a life changing decision where you're like, fuck, he really was right. Like it's more like I bumped head.
Been there.
Yeah, sure. So it's like, but in that situation, so anybody would say they don't want their kid doing some like super extreme shit, like what either side, like boom bam. I think it's kind of crazy. I would rather, it'd be like you.
If Doja Cat calls you right now, 91, are you gonna pick up?
So here's the thing, right?
Look, it's his girl's birthday. He can't answer this question.
No, I can't, because me and my girl were talking about her the other day. Funny enough, because when she accepted her Grammys, I looked at my girl. And she saw my face, and I was just like, that bitch nasty. Like, something about her is nasty, bro. Like, in a, like, I need you to take a bath type of way.
Oh, you don't like her now? Now she stinks.
Now she stinks.
I think she might stink, man. But I like her music. Like
Doja, he said it.
She look like she's funky.
Doja, he said it.
Bro, she's unnecessarily gross, bro. Like she went up to the Grammys, like, all right, it's supposed to be a joke, whatever, ha ha he he. She comes up, she's like breathing hard because she just ran from the bathroom, apparently, whatever. And she's like, I just took the fastest piss of my life. Like,
She probably didn't even wipe.
bitch, who cares? Like, I don't give a fuck. Accept your Grammy. Go sit the fuck down.
Oh, you don't want to. Oh, you don't want to hear. Did she spoil her beauty for you? Did she get too personal for you?
It's the same.
You ain't a real one. You ain't a real fan.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. Like if somebody like, it's extra. It's like if your nigga come in the room, bro, and he just like, man, I just blew up your bathroom, dog. Blah blah blah. It's like, nigga, what? Like,
I just be like, nigga, close the door.
Yeah, I'll be like, nigga, I hope you spray something, nigga.
Yeah.
Something, nigga. But I wouldn't have a problem with it, like, nigga, like.
On to the next.
Nah, you talking about me and my bro, like we was bros. Like all our moms was mom. Like, so nigga, if you at somebody's house, nigga, you do what you gotta do. Make sure you spray and close the fucking door.
I'm gonna just call you a stinking boot ass little boy.
Huh?
Are you doing it on stage?
Doing what on stage?
Are you making the same kind of jokes on stage?
Absolutely. I'm gonna be who I am. I ain't worried about it.
I just have to take the crazy ass shit. No cap.
Why would I be worried about impressing people at the Grammys?
Would you do it at your high school graduation?
Who am I worried about impressing?
No, I'm just asking you. I'm not saying either way. I'm just asking if you would do it. Like you would make a.
It ain't like
I wouldn't give a damn. I'd have been like, oh, I had to take me a long piss real quick. I got here just in time.
That's your icebreaker.
Why not? Somebody will laugh.
And that's part of her. That's part of her character too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The raunchy, comical, sexy in a way, kind of weird. Like that's her character.
That's
like,
her.
This nigga, she said she took a piss and this nigga got turned off. Like, damn, so you don't like when your girl pee?
It's not that she said a piss, bro. That's super surface level. It's
she
not
didn't
that,
say she took a shit or nothing.
Everybody pisses, bro. Everybody pisses, shits, and farts. Like that's real life.
So what is it about her having to take a piss? Is it because she said it that she publicly said it on stage that she did it? Is that what turned you off?
And then she fixing her dress on stage. Yeah, it's just a little bit like.
You just said she ran to the stage.
It's the Grammys.
You didn't have time before. No one saw you the whole way through. There's no. Okay, got you. Okay, You got me. No way. She could have took a second to fix her shit before she got on stage. All right. Okay.
Hey man, that ain't reason enough.
Yeah, man. I don't know where you coming from, 91. I ain't gonna cap, man. I don't know what this is like.
That's your taste, but that ain't good enough.
That's not the only thing, but it's the multitude of things with her that are just adding up to like I like her music, but she is a weird individual, and
but
she been that though. She been that though.
I don't know.
Been weird.
She was laughing in the goddamn white boy chat room when they calling her nigga and shit.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like that's strange activity.
So you didn't even know the girl.
Nah.
I thought you knew the girl.
She laughing at getting called a nigger. What you talking about?
See, so that's strange activity. So for me, with that, with a whole bunch of multitude of little things, it's like adding up to like you're a weird individual, and we don't rock with the same crowd.
So you just figured out who she was, and now you realize
now you don't like her.
That could be said. That could be said. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna need you to do your research on these artists before.
Facts, before you come to me with anybody from now on now.
Doja Cat to the circle, did I?
Oh me, what?
She was like that.
Did I bring Doja Cat to the circle?
Yes.
Damn, my bad for bringing the crazy bitch to the party, bro, because I didn't vet her out first.
Why you think we were so on you about the little Doja Cat shit going on stage?
Yeah.
I just brought her because I thought she was cool, and I was wrong. Hey, you can't tell me you ain't been that nigga before.
You gotta get to know these women before you start falling in love.
They have what?
All right, you crazy. You can't tell me you ain't been that person before though. You're like, oh, this person is cool. Let me bring them around my friends. And you bring around your friends, you realize They're not cool.
Nah, I don't do that.
Hell
Because I don't
no.
socialize with people like that.
All right. Well, it's definitely happening.
Like I gotta actually know you. Like
even
even when I'm brought around people, like people will tell you like, "Oh, you was always quiet. I thought you was just quiet." Like, no, I just ain't know you. Like I just, I don't.
Like murder and shit and revenge in the corner up there because you was quiet and didn't say.
I mean that too, but I mean, like, no, but like no, just like anybody will tell you who's known me for a while, like. Yo, like, oh, you was always quiet. Like, I never was like sociable like that. And like, until I knew you and I had been around you for a minute and I seen who you were, then I start talking to you.
Facts. Observe first and then talk.
I feel like that's how I am in real life. But with music, I mean, if I heard something that was cool and I hear another something that's cool, I might not do the deep dive on you as a, like, not even as an artist, as like a regular person outside of your artistry. I might do the deep dive on your music.
I get that for certain people, but you're talking about a megastar at this point. You gotta know something about a megastar.
Well, the more, that's what I'm saying. The more and more I find out about her personally, not just the stuff that we see, like that she wants us to see. It's not for me. It's not for me. That's all.
So, what did you like about her in the first place?
Her music was dope.
Just the music.
At first. The music was dope. I thought that she could be cool because it was like a cool image of somebody that wasn't afraid to be like themselves. They were goofy, fun.
And now you don't like her because of that same reason?
Not necessarily. I feel like it's just like one of those people, like, you know, you could take people in doses, small doses. Like you had that person in your family or that friend that's like a lot of energy. And you cool to hang out with them for a little bit, but you don't want to always be with them. You don't like.
Nah, I don't really rock with people like that.
Well, I know we've all known somebody, or you have somebody in your class or something like that. Like that cool. That guy is cool for this time period, but I don't really want to see you outside of school. I don't want to like socialize with you like that because you're too much. Like
I never hung out with people like that that I couldn't hang out with all the time.
You got different. I
know a whole bunch of different people like that.
If I got tired of you,
I get what you're saying, but yeah, like nah, I ain't never done that.
Every situation, you feel me? Like I'm not gonna take everybody I know to the same situation because not everybody is for that.
I only click with like-minded people.
Nah, I only got my circle. Like, granted, what you just said, like I'm not gonna take like certain bros to certain places because they act a certain way, but it's not that I don't mess with them. It's just like, no, this ain't the environment for you.
No, it's that you can't mess with them in certain. Yeah. It's like I can only take a certain amount of her, and what I want to take from her and her is her music, and that's it. That's all I got. Everything else is too much.
You gonna have to do your research on the megastars, dog.
I don't know how to put it, man.
I don't know how that skipped you.
I could have been told you that. Then
I don't know how that skipped you. Yeah, niggas do that one, dog.
You should have asked or something.
From the moment she was in the chat room with them white boys and they was calling her niggers and all of that shit, she was just sitting there laughing and giggling and shit.
Before that, when she was doing before that, when she did that little shit about her nappy hair and shit and all this little shit, she ashamed of her nappy hair and all that shit. Like, bro,
what? No, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, nigga, you got to do your research.
This why this why I don't really be trusting your judgment, 91. I don't be knowing how much you be knowing about the shit you be trying to be selling to us, man.
Her music is what I was talking about. Her music is good. Her as a person, I never commented on because I don't know who she is as a person. And that's actually
because she's biracial, message. And you know
that's a big message
to
for
deal with your white people.
Yeah, well, hey, I don't even know, but that's another message for people though. Because sometimes people make dope ass music, but as an individual, they're weird as hell, and that's a real thing.
Hey man, you was hating on Biebs, and I'm gonna just leave it there.
On Biebs?
That was that's been one of my biggest problems with JPP is the fact that we know that Doja did all that stuff, and they Doja stands, but then you see Joe Budden like he'll hate on Justin Bieber for the whole nigger thing.
It's the same thing at the same point.
Yes,
it's a little bit worse for her, a little bit
because she is part black. Yes,
yeah, so that's a little bit worse. I feel like, but
self-hatred is a motherfucker, man.
You know, Tay, you stumbled and you threw a big thing out there, and that's a real thing. That is a real thing that subconsciously and consciously people do. They don't even be knowing.
You could tell how people treat themselves, like how much they really love themselves. Like you could tell who love themselves and who hate themselves by the shit that they do, bro.
And then you got niggas like Logic who want to just throw in the fact that he half black.
Okay,
I can't stand, bro. You know, hey, look, you know why I don't like Logic, bro? Because he one of those biracial rappers that use his blackness when it's beneficial for him, and I don't like that shit, bro. Yeah, I don't like that shit, bro.
He uses the fact that he's a white rapper or a rapper that's white that can rap good, and then he tries to go, but I'm black.
Exactly. Like, bro, no. Like, you giving off Eminem vibes, but then then the gag is, oh, I'm really half black. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, it's trash.
Like, yeah, I'm this hard ass white rapper, but oh yeah, I forgot to tell you I'm half black.
Oh yeah, and the next song I'm gonna tell you about it, and then in the next 3 songs we're gonna talk about how my dad was black and my mom was white. You know that means that I'm black, bro. Like, we get it,
like, bro. If his skin wasn't so fair, he would never be able to get away with that shit. Biracial motherfucker.
That nigga white.
There is an element to that.
I still don't believe that nigga black.
You said where the record's at?
And I can't even say that nowadays because, bro, black people produce.
Like, I know we produce some light skin, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like your dad's name is Tom, and he's a white male from Wisconsin.
Wait, his dad?
You think it's a story?
Yeah, I think it's a story.
It probably is, bro.
He don't look nothing mixed.
It probably is.
He don't look like nothing mixed.
I mean,
and I'm being funny, but at the same time, I'm being serious. Like, he don't look like nothing mixed.
He like Steve O White. Like, no cap.
He ain't lying though.
I want.
That's why I respect G-Eazy, because G-Eazy like, yo, I'm white, but I just rep for the culture.
Facts.
That's why I like G-Eazy, and I don't like, yeah, it's like, just be who you are. And if you happen to be like in that shit, then that's cool. Because, you know, like Paul Wall, like G-Eazy, Mac Miller, certain people just were who they are. And
certified niggas who ain't niggas.
Post Malone.
I ain't
no.
going I would have thought you would have been one of them posties.
Yeah,
I would have thought you'd be you seem like
surprised you don't like Posty.
Fuck Post Malone, nigga. Tell him I said it.
What?
He actually falls into the that line of people that Tay was honestly just talking about for me. People that just use the culture when it's convenient for them. But
he said he was doing that. He said it out. He said it out loud.
Just because you say you're doing it doesn't make it any better. You're like, yo,
but I respect that more than some. I respect somebody who show me their hand and somebody who don't, bro. Like, I have no choice but to respect that man because he told me what he told me. Like, that's like a nigga. That's like a nigga telling you, like, hey, nigga, I'm finna go up in the store.
He wanted to get his country career going.
Like, I hear what you're saying, but I can say that nigga is a piece of shit and he's using the culture that I like for bad things.
But he's not even a hip hop artist no more.
I'm not even gonna say it for bad things. Like, I think you're going too far there. But
it's disingenuous.
Those white motherfuckers are infiltrating our music and they're making it bad.
I mean,
hey man, I don't hate on
they're not
Justin
making
Bieber.
it okay for
He get plenty of black people jobs.
I fuck with Justin. What do you mean?
I gotta meet him and talk.
Yeah,
he for the culture, dog. He for the culture, dog.
Oh, you think so? You think so?
Yeah.
Of course.
Inconclusive. I think he might be more. He might be for the culture more than Post is, but I don't know. For me, it's fuck all of them. Like,
you don't like white people?
No, I have a lot of white friends, but they not doing those crazy ass shit like singing nigger and shit. Like, come on. What?
That was when he was like 12, 13. He ain't doing that shit today.
Y'all heard about that Black Lives Matter shit?
Yo, what? I did. I put that
actually.
I wanted to talk about, but we can get into it next week because it is some shit. It's gonna take a second to unpack, and it's already about to be like 8:30.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't really give 2 shits to be honest, man. I don't donate to charity for that very reason. Facts. If it ain't a nonprofit, I don't donate.
Nigga, that's exactly why I don't we want to go, man. Blah.
Because guess what? You look at it, even the CEO of the Red Cross, they making hella bank. So
exactly, bro.
Tell me where my money going for real.
Nah, it's a thing that I did want to talk about with you guys because there's some funny shit to it, even though it's super sinister what they're doing with the money. It's super hilarious because it's like that's why we can't have nice shit, bro.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. That's charities in general, dog. Like I could pull up the salaries of top charities right now, and you could see the president's salaries, and they within $500,000 up.
Dumb money, yeah.
Per year, dog.
And then you're like, where? Because you gotta wonder where is
nigga, you ain't cured cancer yet.
Because it's so complicated. It's so complicated, and there's so many different types of cancer. You can't cure it.
Nah, nigga, that ain't what I'm talking about.
No, I'm being facetious. I know what you're talking about. I'm on the same boat. They taking money and saying they're doing something. It's just like the taxes. Like they say they're gonna fix our roads in LA. We all know the roads is fucked up, and they're not using our money to do that. For real.
No, they using some.
Nah, nigga, they just nigga rig it. It's all good.
Yeah.
They use like 10% of the money they take for the stuff. They put a little band-aid over that pothole that's gonna come up in a month when it rains. And really, I'm embezzling the rest of it, and I'm over here driving around in the Benz or something like that. Like that's really what happened.
Yeah, but you know why?
Why, Tay?
The same reason why white people get their benefits, why Asians get their benefits, why the Middle Easterns come over here and get their benefits, is because, bro, black people settle for anything, bro. We settle for anything, bro. Why? That's why we so cool with living in the fucking ghetto, bro, where it's unpeaceful and there's violence and bullshit going on. Like, and it's cool. Like, it's okay. Like, it's completely okay to people. Like this shit is normal. Like it's okay to be living like that every day, bro. Like, that's why they treat us like that, because we allow them to.
But Tay, look at it this way: we make it even a thing. If you want to move out of the ghetto, now you're looked at as something different. You're looked at as a traitor. You're looked at as like weak or soft or whatever because you don't want to live where you're from.
Well, I'm a motherfucking traitor because I live 5 minutes from PV.
But it's just crazy as a culture how we do that, like how we make it okay to be okay with dumb shit. Like we just accept whatever.
Yeah, black people settle for anything, bro.
Yeah,
get him a park and some barbecue, and they good.
While I do agree with the statement you said, Tay, I do, just before we get out of here, I do want to say it's also a little bit more systemic than that.
Of course, I know that, but we still play a part in that system working on that stuff.
Absolutely. I just didn't want to just leave it there.
I'm with you on that.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, I'm with Tay on that because Tay basically just said what Kanye was trying to say, way better.
Hold on, wait. You team Kanye now?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We got to figure out who you like and who you dislike nowadays.
Honestly,
hey, for real though. For real.
The trend of the show.
For real.
It goes back and forth because niggas do crazy shit. Nah, Kanye's.
You can't be wishy-washy, bro. You gotta fuck with your people, man. Right or wrong.
Music, but don't give me nothing else. Kanye's on that boat too, because there's too much coming from Kanye. For me.
You gotta understand his message is always good.
If he not gonna really fight Pete, I don't want to hear him talk about it no more.
Hey, he getting help. But hey, man, let's go ahead and this because we gotta let you get home. You know, wifey birthday today. Shout out wifey. I ain't got the board up right now, but shout out wifey.
She knows.
Do that.
So we gotta let you get back to wifey for real. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday.
All right, 90, 51.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, blickety black.
We gonna be back next week. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, our guest ain't pulled through, but you know what? We gonna work that out because we definitely got to talk to the man.
Yeah, we definitely do. He texted me a little bit earlier in the group, in the chat. And I sent you guys too, but we're on here so you guys can see it. But he's in a session right now. He said that he's definitely down though.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, man's working. We can't hate on.
Yeah, we can't hate on nobody working, dog. So shit for your boy Black.
Nobody.
Hey. Imagine. Imagine.
I don't know what's coming. For your boy Black.
Hey, imagine, bro.
Imagine, bro. Instead of females having tits, bro, imagine it was feet, bro.
And on this note,
it's actually our
we will
radio.
see y'all next week. Peace. Yo.